Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry I'm a bit late. Looks like we are just getting started with the first series over there in MENA. So we haven't missed too much. Nush versus Abdullah is the series that they started with, not Nader versus Clears. I thought it was going to be Nader Clears, but it's going to be Nush Abdullah. Alright. Oh, my face cam's not working. Classic. It always does this. I swear, every time I turn on my PC these days, this camera just doesn't do anything. It's just off. Well, I'll see if I can get it fixed in a second here. Alright. MENA and also North America 1v1s. Both are happening today. MENA's in their second day, and North America is in day 1. Is there no commentary in this Rocket League MENA channel? Is it just gameplay today? What's going on? Is it just going to be gameplay and post sounds? That's interesting. It's just gameplay, just the first series. Do you guys know why that is? Did the casters have an issue or something? Or did the production have any problems? What happened? Alright, we're back. Low budget. That's a nice nice fake there by Nosh. A really good play. Huh. Okay. Looks like Terrence has sent me a tweet here from Mo. Do you guys remember Mo, who did the interview translations for the Arabic interviews at Rocket League events in the past? He's also done like some desk segments as well. He's the guy I'm talking about here. He said, some vendors in MENA are great, no contract, even the day of the stream. Did it once, not doing it again. I'm guessing that is referring to this broadcast not having casters? Is that what he's tweeting about there? It's a bit cryptic, I'm not sure. Huh. Nawiz is busy in another state. Okay, so what's going on then? Did they try to get like Mo and he was like, nah, I'm not doing it without a contract or something? Anyway. We've got a clean feed basically. It may be Kyle, thanks to the 20-month Prime, and Miguel SE7 thanks to the 35-month Prime. How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for subbing. Is this the only feed of this? I mean, I'm guessing a bunch of people are going to be watching, but yeah, it looks like Rocket League MENA is the only channel covering this. I know sometimes Rocket Baguette cover it with their RB, the Rocket RB channel. Looks like they're not doing that today. Neo is serving as a doctor for this year's. He's in Mecca, not in front of a computer. Okay, so are most of them just not working today? Is this just like not a day where there's going to be any casting? Abdullah 1-0 in game 2, by the way. The moderator said it's beyond their control. Eid today. The players, I guess, have no choice in that case, so they just have to go for it. That's all good. I mean, we can still watch. I do like listening to the. I don't understand much Arabic, but I do like listening to the Arabic commentary, though. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is, I guess. Delaying this any further would have been a bad idea. Maybe last weekend they could have done it if they were going to try and avoid that. But yeah, I'll watch NA for sure. NA kicks off in about 48 minutes from now. There's no Rocket League channel for NA today, but there will be, I think, some players streaming, maybe some team streams covered in the action. I expect there will be more coverage for North America day one than there was for MENA day one. MENA didn't really have too many people streaming. Myself and Fear had to jump in last minute and just try to get into the lobbies. Rentals is winning. How many MENA matches are unwatchable today? Well, they're all going to be streamed. This is the first of 4. I'll really quickly show you guys the bracket. This is what's going on. Nush Abdul, I think Nush will win this. Nush is very good. He beat TRK yesterday and FBI. Then we got Nader Kalirs. Kalirs actually playing very well, so he might win that. Probably will win that. And then we got Dr. Known versus Ruas, and then Naupa versus Ops. All very strong players. That's the broadcast for today, essentially. But yeah, Nush looks very strong. He's a great ones player. He came out of the little group of death. And Abdullah is solid, but Nush should be too much for him. I could see this being a sweep. Yeah, Nush's montage on YouTube is pretty ridiculous. This guy's got insane mechanics. He's very creative. He had a really cool play yesterday, which I've seen him do a few times. It looks like he can, he can actually do this on repeat. Did you guys see the goal where, I think it got posted on the Rocket League Esports subreddit? He kind of like looked like he's going to go for a low air dribble bump, and then he just like flicks the ball at the absolute last split second. Yeah, the pinch was obviously a good goal as well. I saw that one. But the play that I think is really cool, and the play that I think could be a great thing to do in combination with little low air dribble bumps, is where he just kind of gets in front of the ball just barely, and then he does like a reverse 45-degree flick angle-wise, but because of the angle of his car and the position of the ball, it almost like lobs the ball upwards. He just did it in game 1. Oh, really? Oh, Abdullah's. He's at the post there. Oh, he's at the crossbar as well. Oh, no. Oh, dear, oh, dear. All right. Does get one here, though. So in the World Cup, there will be the winners of every server. There's going to be... So the Rally Major is going to have the winner of this tournament. So tomorrow, MENA's Grand Final will conclude for 1v1. And then on Sunday, the North American one will conclude. Did I see Applejack's video playing ones versus Wahid? Why didn't he participate? He looked really good. I don't know. Don't know. I didn't see that video though. Terrence is linking me something that I missed. Hold on, what's this? Apparently I missed. Did you guys see this? Oh, heart attach. Oh, we had some heart attach earlier. Oh, a barrel roll, another one. Oh, this was the broadcast. No way. We had the heart attach 12 minutes ago. I missed that. I was not here. Oh, gutted I missed the heart attach, man. Thanks for linking that, Terrence. That's absolutely hilarious. It just looks so funny. Just the whole world is spinning around. Wow. What was the actual point of that angle? What was the point of heart attach? I don't know why they added that to the game. I'm guessing it was just something that was quite easy to code in, and they were like, yeah, why not? Also, you guys probably all know someone, if you've played a lot of Rocket League with, you know, friends, you've tried to get your friends into Rocket League, you probably all know someone who thinks that they're better at the game with ball cam off. There's always someone. I've run into a lot of players over the years who are, you know, looking for advice playing Rocket League. They want a replay review, or they think they're hard stuck for whatever reason, and I watch their replay and they've just got camera like facing forwards the entire time. They just have ball cam off 24/7. And camera shake. Yeah, camera shake. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. If people want to keep camera shake on, sure, go for it. Like I don't think that's actually that. It's not as massive. It becomes a pretty big deal when you get much higher rated, but there are some players who are like bronze, silver, and they just genuinely think that they're better at the game with their ball cam off, and they think it just helps them know where they are, and they're convinced that their knowledge of the play, they're just like, oh no, I always know where the ball is, and then you watch them play and they're just completely lost. They turn around and they think the ball's going to be there. It's actually over here. Oh wait, we've got a caster. Who's this?
في RLCS 2025 في بطولة ال1v1 البلاي اوفس. نعتذر الاعتذار شديد عن اللي حصل.
Yes, it's this channel.
بدون تعليق بمباريات ادري هذا الثقل ما حصلت على كمية الاهتمام. انا ادري رسبنت فجأة في وسط المباراة.
What's he saying? Is he explaining what's going on?
الانقاذ لابد، لازم تحصل امور زي كذا، ولكن بعيدا عن اللي صار كله، بعيدا عن ان ايش اللي حصل، ايش اللي صار في هذه السلسله بالتحديد.
What did he say? Yeah, it's a big holiday.
مباراة ما بين عبد الله وما بين نش، مباراة بلا شك لها عيارها ثقيلة جدا. ومرة أخرى نعتذر عن الإشكالية اللي حصلت، ولكن إن شاء الله بإذن الله بكون معكم متواجد تغطية لباقي أحداث هذه السلسلة بالكامل. من ناحية
He's apologizing for respawning suddenly. He did kind of just suddenly come in there. He was just like, yo, I'm here. What's up?
نشهد مباراة
in North America should start in roughly 40 minutes, by the way.
انطلاقة نش عبد الله
40
في سلسلة جدا طويلة.
I realize every time that I go abroad and I say 40 that apparently it sounds like 14 to non-British people. Is that true? It's almost every time I'll say 40 to 40. People will say 14. Like, no, 40, 1, not 40. Not British, that's fine. Yeah, maybe it's because when I'm on Twitch, I think I speak a bit more clearly. I think I speak a bit more clearly on Twitch. When I'm Johnny Boy. When I'm not Johnny Boy, I'm not as clear, I guess. These are the main these are any matches. Wavy Cosmic, I think Wavy will probably stream that. Yeah, his Twitch is linked. Chronic Rettles will hopefully stream that. I'm not if First Color is streaming or anyone like that, but we'll see. Yeah, we are headed towards the sweep here. Nash is just bodying Abdullah. Yeah, maybe people do expect British people to say 40. Oh, would that be £1.40? Are you not going to be at the major? I am not going to be at major, yes. Not. That's correct. I will be view partying the major. Why? Because they didn't hire the UK casters for the rally major. So myself, Stumpy, Cole, and Shogun will be doing a joint view party. We're all going to go hang out and do a view party together. Or Worlds of every caster. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Worlds. Yeah, I do have to, every time I say this on stream, I have to, yeah, I have to like promise you guys we're not lying this time. Like, and I apologize that Stumpy and I did lie to you guys in the past. Before the LA Major 2022, we said that we weren't going to be there, visa issues, etc., which was true. We did have visa issues. They were delayed. And then we made a late arrival. Day 2, we pulled up and, you know, that was a surprise. We kept that secret for 2 reasons, though. Number 1, we wanted it to be a surprise. And number 2, we honestly weren't even confident that we were going to get there. We didn't believe it until we were there. Because the visas were delayed, we're thinking this is so scuffed, surely something else is going to go wrong. So we just didn't say, we just told everybody we're not going to be there. And then we pulled up. This time we're genuinely not going to be there. We don't have visas, we don't have any visa applications in process. Blast and Epic decided that they didn't want all the casters for majors this year. And I forget the exact number of people, but yeah, some of the casters, the NA casters, didn't do Birmingham. Now we're not doing it, Rally. And if you don't believe me, if you think this is just Boy Who Cried Wolf, no. Go look at the Birmingham Major. There were Titan casters working the show. I think 5 of the North American casters were not there. And yeah, the UK casters, 4 of us are not going to be in Rally. Yeah, we're all going to be at Worlds though. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're not happy about that. We'd love to be at Rally. We'd love to cast a major. They're not having you guys do the alt stream. I'll be completely honest with you guys. They offered me the alt stream and I declined. And it's not because I, you know, feel like I'm too important or anything for the alt stream. It's just I genuinely didn't want to do it. I'm like, I'd rather do anything else, honestly. I've worked remote streams many times. And obviously we do remote online for like the online portion of RLCS. But when a LAN is happening, when a Rocket League LAN is going on, if I'm not actually working the LAN or, you know, just chilling out, view partying with you guys, I'm not watching. Like, I'm not going to sit on a Discord call online. It just, I mean, I've done it before. I forget what event I've done that for. Oh! But it's just boring. I just don't enjoy it, so I'm just not going to do things I don't enjoy. So that's what we all got offered the B stream and we all declined because we're just not interested. It's just boring to do online broadcasts for a LAN while the LAN is happening. View party is just more fun because you can actually just chill out. When you're working a B stream or an alt stream or an online broadcast, it's still very like what do you call it? Like serious, I guess. Wait, did I just mute this? How did I do that? So yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a difficult decision. I just told my agent the same day that I got the offer for the season. I said, yeah, the online like regionals, etc. The Birmingham Major Worlds and all that sounds good. B stream for Rally, not interested. I don't have to think about it. It's just not something I'm interested in doing. I'll just go view party or go on holiday or something. Because yeah, just don't enjoy it. I'm sure it'll be fine though. There's plenty of casters in Rocket League and there's plenty of people who would jump at the opportunity, so it's honestly better that somebody who's excited to do it would like go and do that and not someone who's like uninterested, So if you're not interested in content as a content creator, if you're not interested in what you're watching as a caster, if you're not interested in the event you're working in as like a desk analyst, you're going to do a bad job. It's just not something you're going to be good at. How are you supposed to communicate to viewers to be interested if you're not interested? Whereas when it comes to a view party, you're just chilling, you're just vibing with the like talking in chat. Like this is very different what we're doing right now to casting. Casting is like more well, casting is actually difficult. View party is like is easy. Can I mute the guy? Nah, I like listening to the Arabic commentary in the background. Like if you want to listen to it mute, you can go to that channel and press mute. Demir, the Chalk Boys want a guide or recommendations for Rally. The Chalk Boys might. I won't need that because I'm not going to be there. So I'll pass. Thanks for the offer though. Fishing Sauce, thanks for the 11-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. I know you don't care much about the money aspect, but probably paid more to watch party anyways, lol. No, I mean, watch partying is not going to make as much money as casting would. Like, if I casted the B stream, I'd definitely make more money. Because we didn't, you know, well, I at least didn't decline it because, like, pay was bad or anything like that. I just declined it because I'm not interested. Like, I obviously do cast and I work shows because it's a job. Like, you know, you make money doing it as a caster. But it's also something I'm just, like, passionate about. I enjoy doing it. So I decline. If I get offered plenty of shows, I decline because I just don't think I'll do a good job at it because I'm not interested. And that's, like, one of those one of those things. But yeah, for view parties, I mean, I don't know how much money I'll make. I don't really care. No, that's not like why I factored that in. But I don't. As far as I'm aware, nobody gets paid to view party RLCS. I don't. So there's no factor there. I get like ad revenue, of course, for spamming you guys with ads. And you know, get a little bit of revenue from subs and stuff. But unless we're doing like 100 gifted for a shoey, I don't tend to get like I'm not a streamer who really pushes subs that hard, so I would expect to make less money view partying these days than I would from casting. And yeah, if somebody like my track record for getting gifted subs to do a shoey is not good for my bank account because the one time that happened, oh, Abdullah with a late delay kickoff, looking for the tag game here. Yeah, the one time that happened, I did lose a lot of money gifting other people subs to do shoeys. Now don't give. I'm not doing a shoey today. I don't have a beer in the house. No beer. You'll get 6K viewers when view partying a major. Probably not. I mean, I've had, you know, I've had lots of viewers view partying majors in the past. I don't expect that these days, so because I'm not consistent enough with it. Because I view party sometimes, I cast sometimes. But like, yeah, for me, the income, the viewers, the amount of subs and stuff, like, I don't really think about this. It might sound cliche to say, but I actually just don't really I don't think about these things. I don't look at that. And I'd advise you, if you're an up-and-coming streamer, if you want to try streaming, really don't look at your view count. Don't look at your you know, a lot of people will fail to hit their sub goal or whatever, and they'll think, man, that stream is a failure. You know, they'll base their entire mood off of whether or not they hit their sub goal, which is I think is ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't think about that. You should focus more on the interactions. That's always what I've prioritized, is the interaction and the content, the quality of the content, because that's something you can control. You can control the quality of the content. You can't control how many people watch you, well, at least not directly. You can control the interactions, the comments you respond to, the topics you decide to discuss. You can't control how many people sub to you. So why bother thinking about things you can't control? Take inspiration from Ixo. Ixo needs to write a book about not caring. I think it would do well. Will it be a chalk team for the last chat and squall? That would be pretty fun, but I don't think so. Yeah, I guess you can control the subs if you agree to do a show. You can control it in some way, but I mean, I've been a streamer for a long time now. I've done this for like over 8 years. I've been full-time streaming for 8 and a bit years, and I was streaming for fun for about half a year before that as well. So I've done this for a long time, and I've, you know, back in the day, that was my main source of income. So I had to. There was no choice. I had to make it more of a like factor, you know, having sub goals and donation goals and stuff like that, and bits or whatever like that. You don't have a choice, like in some cases. But when I started to expand into Rocket League in other ways, like casting and, you know, YouTube and other things that I get involved in, other projects, that means I no longer like need to like prioritize Twitch as a revenue stream, or YouTube even as a revenue stream. So I've never like, it's not fun. I mean, it's just not good content to make the whole, I mean, this is just my opinion, it's not good content to make the entire stream about generating subs. It's just boring. I've had like I've had sprees in the past where I've done that and it's like soul crushing. It's just not enjoyable. No wonder we get almost 0 YouTube videos now in weeks. Hey, that's not true. I've uploaded. I do upload less on my main channel now than I used to. Shout out all you guys watching on YouTube. I do upload less on YouTube, my YouTube, than I used to. But you can also see more of me elsewhere now. Like I do Chalkcast. We do a video a week on the Chalkcast Patreon. We do a video a week on the well, generally a video a week on the Chalkcast YouTube channel, and then apparently Jack and I do like 1 or 2 videos every week on the Next Rank YouTube channel. So although I'm doing less on my channel, I'm doing more in other places. It kind of like adds up to be a roughly the same amount of content overall. Did Toxic ever have a good show match win streak? I don't remember if he ever had a good show match win streak, but I think he had a crazy ranked win streak one time, and it made people like think that he would win traded or something. Didn't he have like crazy ranked win streak? You miss the YouTube replay reviews? Yeah, I had to stop those because that was another thing that I used to do for tier 3 subs, and I had to stop doing those because I realized I was never going to get to the end of the list. And you guys ready for a first world problem? You ready for a rich person problem right here? Every time I did tier 3 replay reviews on stream, I would get more tier 3 subs during the reviews than I could actually review replays for. So the list of people who were owed a replay review only grew whenever I did that. Yeah, literally suffering from success, you could say. But the problem there is that I didn't want to scam people. So I stopped. I was like, guys, I'm not going to do this anymore. I have to stop doing this because I can never actually complete my side of the agreement. It's not possible, clearly. So I stopped doing them, and now if anybody wants like a way to get better at Rocket League, don't forget about like $25 for a replay review. Just go spend 120 on the next rank with a creator code. Like that's just a way better value for money. Like instead of what 4.8 replay reviews. Just save up a little bit. Akiha, thanks for the 2-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Fishy Sauce also 11-month tier 1. Thank you for you. He says, I know you don't care too much about the money aspect. Oh yeah, I already said that you'll probably paid more to watch party. But yeah, no, I'm not. I think and you know, shout out to the other casters as well. It wasn't just like Shogun, Cole, and Stumpy. I'm still with the bumps. It wasn't just Shogun, Cole, and Stumpy who, you know, passed up on money to view party RLCS Rally Major. I think there was also James Bot, Dazarin, I forget who else. Didn't do the B stream last time because they were just like they preferred to, you know, view party. I was obviously working the event, so I can't remember who was view party, and they had a view party though. Yeah, all those casters could have made more money if they just accepted B stream online, but it's just not interesting. It's just kind of like we all knew that we'd do a bad job because there's like a million other things we'd rather be doing. Are there like tiers among caster ranks in RLCS? What do you mean, like in Rocket League ability or casting ability? Caster tier lists are a bit of a controversial topic, aren't they? I've seen a bunch of caster tier lists popping up over the years, and they get pretty heavily moderated, which is surprising to me. Well, I guess it is and it isn't surprising. It's surprising to me in the sense that You know, players have to put up with casters, analysts, community, everyone. Tier listing them, ranking them, talking about them, predicting them. Who's going to join this team? Should this guy get benched? Blah, blah, blah. Should this team stick? Should they split? Like, players have to put up with all of that. And there's very little like moderation about it. If somebody's like commenting about a player saying, yeah, this is bad, this guy's terrible, he should get benched, that's like a fair comment, right? Considered pretty fair. As long as you talk about the gameplay, it's fine. But then when it comes to caster criticism, I feel like the moderation is a little bit more strict, and I'm not sure I agree it should be. I think people should be allowed to say what they want. I also don't think casters should really reply to a lot of that. Like, I advise my colleagues and friends to just ignore whenever they get criticized on the timeline or on Reddit. Nice play by Abdullah there. Because if somebody doesn't like you on the internet, there's very little you can do to change their mind in the short term. So you might as well just, you know, leave them be. Look at Abdullah. Look at Abdullah in this replay. Just completely being the wave dash fell over. RL casters paid the same. No, but I personally have pushed for equal pay in many situations, and I'm proud to say that I've sacrificed my own pay on several occasions to benefit my colleagues who I think are getting underpaid. Do I ever see constructive criticism that's useful? What, from the community? No. From social media? No. But in the early days, yeah, I was... Oh dear. Yeah, Nash is going to eliminate Abdullah here. I'm not surprised. Nash is a beast. Yeah, way back in the early days, I definitely got constructive criticism from the community, but the longer I've been doing this, the less constructive criticism there's been, and the more, you know, unconstructive criticism there's been. So I'm like way past the point where I, you know, get bothered by that. Like, it's very important if you're a caster, if you're like a online personality of any kind. I think it's very important that you're able to read a comment which is unconstructive, unhelpful, even useless to you, and then extract anything that may be a remnant of usefulness. You know, think about that exclusively and disregard the rest and get on with your life as if nothing has changed. I think it's very important to be able to just process those comments and not let it bother you, which comes with practice. What was the pause? You have to pause the game if you want to take time off the clock, so the ref paused it to take the remaining 3 seconds off. I think they could have probably just let it tick down. Yeah, except a lot left. He got out of there. او لمين الافضليه لاي لاعب بالضبط. انا صراحه راح اقول نش ككفاته هو اللي اعطته الراحه الكامله انه خلاص. How would you give constructive criticism to a fellow caster without offending them? I don't really offer criticism or advice unless somebody asks me. So I usually just let people do their own thing. And if they ask me for advice, or if a caster asks me, if a colleague asks me for my opinion on something, then I'll tell them, honestly. But for the most part, I just leave people to do their thing, and I just try and work around them. I think a better quality of an experienced caster, like if you're the more experienced caster in a caster pairing, I think it's a much more important quality to be able to adapt around the less experienced person than it is to tell them how you would like them to adapt to you and what you want them to do. I think it's much easier as an experienced caster to adapt to the less experienced person. Okay. That's match one. I kind of expected that one to be, yeah, pretty easy for Nash. The next one I think could be a close match though. Nader versus Kaliers. This one is harder to predict because Nader went 3-0 in Swiss. Didn't have the hardest record or hardest run. He still went 3-0 though. And then lost to Ops yesterday before beating NMJ and also INAV, who took Dr. Known to Game 5. So this is pretty impressive. Per INAV, got reverse swept twice yesterday. INAV from Q8, he got reverse swept 2 times, which is pretty brutal. Nadiverse clears up next. North America starts in 18 minutes. So I'm going to run ads right now so that we don't get them when the next match starts. If you get ads, don't worry, the match is probably a way off. And NA is miles away from starting for now. You said you push for equal pay among casters. But why should the casters be paid equally if some are better than others? I just want your perspective. When I say that I push for equal pay among casters, I don't want to make it sound like I've started a caster union or anything and, you know, got everybody involved, because that's not accurate. That would be false. What I have done, though, if you want more specific information about what I've done, is sometimes, you know, casters who are friends of mine, or who are offered a role at the same event I'm doing, I'll hear about the offer they get, and it'll be like drastically lower than mine, or drastically lower than I think it should be, and that's not fair. So I'll try to, you know, encourage the TO or encourage the event to distribute the money a bit more evenly. But I don't think it's really possible in Rocket League, at least, for there to be like complete parity in pay between all the casters, because, and this isn't a bad thing, by the way, but what I'm about to say, but I don't think it's possible to have complete parity in the pay, because some casters will probably just be too afraid to lose the gig and like hold their ground. This isn't just RLCS, it's just Rocket League casting in general. There's a lot of casters who will take basically any offer they can get, and when that's the case, when you have casters who are just gonna accept whatever offer they can get, and they're too afraid to negotiate because they're afraid that the tournament organizer will go to someone else, then you can't really like get everybody on the same number. So that would be a fruitless endeavor in the anyway. That was actually a pretty quick break. I thought they were going to be longer. MENA usually take bigger breaks than that. Blackjack 8754, thanks for the 1 month tier 1. Wait, they got two casters. Caress bars on the stream now. I want 10%. I like 10. There we go. Zaydu, thanks for the 6-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. What tax bracket are casters in? I don't know, mate. I don't know.
الله يحييك. هلا والله نورمال.
Blackjack, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
وقدامنا اليوم ان شاء الله مباريات حماسيه باذن الله نستمتع كلنا.
باذن الله صراحه.
Hope you managed to hear the answer there. Didn't
المفاجاه هذه للكل اتوقع.
have to wait too late. I think I just saw Rettles go live, by the way. So Rettles is going to be streaming his match, I'm guessing, for the 1v1, unless he's just gone live for like a wee stream before it.
صراحة منور للأمانة هذا أولاً. جميل وجودك وحضورك معنا نواف. كريسبور عندنا.
You disagree with the concept that every caster should be paid equally? For example, if I were to guess, you bring in more viewers than a different caster since you have a bigger fan base, so I think you should make more money. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's, you know, that's reasonable to say that, or to think that. You're a better caster, which you are. You should get more pay. People need some to work towards. You've been in the cup for a minute. Yeah, no, I appreciate the kind words from you guys, and that's like totally reasonable and very normal in the talent industry. But I really do want to make it clear, one of the things I'm most proud of with Rocket League casting, and my Rocket League casting, and my, not just the actual casting, but like the behind the scenes and the negotiations, or whatever you want to call it. One of the things I'm most proud of is that I haven't been, you know, trying to max maximize on my popularity by getting paid as much as possible, getting every grand final, and really putting myself on the highest pedestal possible. I'm very proud that I've been able to, you know, bring up my colleagues and put the spotlight on them and help them get better deals. There have been multiple times where I've said that I will not work an event until certain people also get hired, for example. That's something I'm very proud of. I'm more proud of that than I am, you know, negotiating more money for myself. Because at the end of the day, like, money's important, but I think it's much more valuable to just try to be a good teammate. So yeah, I look back much more fondly on times where I've held out on accepting a contract or held out on accepting an event just to help my colleagues, my friends get hired to the event because I think they deserve it. Like, I'll give you guys a more like specific reason for that. Like, if you work in esports, there's it's not like a rule, but there's kind of like an unwritten expectation that if you get an event in 1 year, like, let's say you do an event in 2020 for some tournament organizer, and then the TO tells you when you're there, good job everyone, amazing, loved working with you, we're definitely going to hire you all for the next one. And then 2021 event, they do it again, the next event comes around, and I'm making up numbers, by the way, there was no 2020-21 event, it was like COVID, but just as an example, if then that event comes around and certain people who were told that they were going to get hired do not get an offer, I don't you know, approve of that. I think that's a bit lame. So there have been cases where that's happened, where people have been told one thing, told they're going to get paid X amount, told they're going to get to work X event, and then the event comes around and they don't get paid, or they don't get offered as much as they were promised. They sometimes don't even get offered the event at all, and yeah, that's something I don't like to see. So you know, in certain cases I've seen that and told the TO, like, listen, like, I'm not gonna you know, read whatever contract. I'm not gonna consider like working this event until this person, that person, you know, gets an offer, gets paid X amount. I don't know, I just think it's a bit wrong to not get what you deserve.
اوكي انا قلت لك شوف هي حنكه من عندي على حسب توقع كلامي انا اللي قلته ان كيلرز بيفوزون لكن
yeah, no, we're not talking about like absolute bums in the Rocket League casting world. Like, we're talking about like some of the best casters here. Like, you guys might be thinking I'm talking about like some, for lack of a better term, about bubble caster or whatever. No, I'm like talking about like absolute S tier casters who aren't getting, in my opinion, what they deserve. So I'm like, I'm gonna gladly take a stand with them until I think they do get what they deserve. I'm a new fan of this esports. My first season watching, I've heard a lot of stuff about Rocket League is dying and stuff. Is the esport actually in trouble? I don't know. Like, that's not really my you know, decision to tell you. I don't know behind the scenes on Epic Esports. I don't know behind the scenes with Blast or anything like that. I'm just a caster, so I cast the games and you know, make content around it. But if I mean, I think like the esport as it currently is may change, it may evolve, but the only way that I think Rocket League esports could like die, if you want to take it to the extreme, is if they like took Rocket League servers offline or something. Might breach my NDA. What NDA, bro? I don't have one. I don't know anything that I can share. Like, I don't know. I don't have any privileged information. Yeah, I just think it'll evolve, you know. I like over the time. It'll either like just continue as is. It'll have an upward trajectory, a like lateral trajectory. I don't really know. Don't think about that too much. I just think we'll see, you know. A lot of people get really sad and really like emotionally attached to the well-being of the esport or the game because it's something that they've put a lot of time into and it's something they care about. It's understandable. But I'm not really a personality who worries about stuff like that too much. I just take it. I'll take it like one step at a time. Like when an offer comes through to cast, I'll consider that. When like an event gets announced, I'll react to it. When there's some new patch or change comes out, I'll probably find out about it when you guys do. But there's no point like worrying about the future of RLCS or just the future in general too much. If you spend all your time looking at like the numbers and looking at like the I don't know what else, you're probably missing out on a lot of really good stuff that's happening right now. Do I enjoy casting in general or only specifically Rocket League? Have I considered any interest in other games or got any interest in other games? I've not really considered casting any other games seriously because I don't think I'd be good at it. I enjoy Rocket League casting because I think I can share a lot of information with you guys and with people who are watching the broadcasts. But if I was casting other games, I'm not sure I would be able to do that. I'd not have as deep of an understanding of the game or as deep of an understanding of the esports history. So no, I've never really like seriously considered doing another game because I don't know enough. I don't know enough for myself to be proud of my work, at least. Unless we're talking about marbles, like I'm obviously really good at that. You should randomly guest cast for League of Legends without learning about it. It would be hilarious. Don't League of Legends already have like 1 billion casters though? They probably don't need me. Well, I mean, League of Legends is a game I used to play a lot. I used to be like you guys, watching the League of Legends broadcast thinking, what are the casters talking about? Because I peaked in Diamond 1 in League, so I was pretty good at a time. And sometimes I'd watch the broadcast and be like, this caster has no idea what they're on about. I was basically you guys watching Rocket League. But those times are long gone. Like now I play League and I'm like, what is this champion? Why are they so broken? Oh, it's new. Okay. Don't know what that is. Did Cresper's mic just give up on life? Thoughts on RLCS including extra modes? I don't think there's space for that. I think that 1v1 should be expanded for next season, and I think that 2v2 should be expanded or included, I should say. 2v2, 1v1 and 3v3 as like RLCS mainstays would be pretty awesome. Like
صعبة لكل الطرفين صراحة، خاصة ان مباراة جس النبض فبتكون صعب التوقف هذه المرحلة. يردل بالله في محاولة نادل بالقراءة والابعاد من الزاوية الان ياخذ البوست. Yeah, 2v2 circuit would go hard. لكن يا ترى ايش بيسوي؟ فليك عالي الجهة المقابلة سهلة لكيلرز مو. Hey, Smash and Toys, thanks for 64 month Prime. How you doing? Thanks for checking to see the primes available, bro.
زي ما قلنا البلاي هذا بلاي مرة صعب.
Have I seen Arcade? Yeah, I've seen Arcade.
استنى منك لمسة له او
Good show.
استنى منك لمسة للزاوية عشان ياخذ بوست. كيلرز يحاول يستدعي لكن ما قدر. حاول يلمس نفسه ويرجع.
You like mid-season mayhem back in the day?
ماخذ البوست.
I think like extra modes are cool and all, but they're more like party games. I don't think they're I don't think they should be competitive. Like until 2v2, 1v1 are fully established. Even crew battles, I think, is a better competitive thing than extra modes. Mid-season mayhem was alright, but I didn't really care. To work out like 3 times a day, nah. Worked out once this week for the first time in like 2 weeks. I probably work out like once a week. I need to go more, honestly, but I've just been like playing too much golf. Oh, so I haven't had time to go to the gym. The weather was insanely good in Scotland for a bit, so I was just outside all the time, never in the gym. Who's the best Rocket League player right now? Probably Drally. I think Drally just deserves to be called the best Rocket League player right now because he's esports World Cup champion, RLCS World champion, changes team, wins the Birmingham Major. Like he's won the last 3 big LANs. He also won a wee LAN in the off season in France called Flip and Spin. So You know, when you're on a streak like that and you are the common factor, you're the only player on that streak, I think you deserve to be #1.
في هذه السلسله بالتحديد الا ما دخل باجواء الونز باجواء كيف انا اقدر العب ضد هذا اللاعب كيف اقدر اقرا لعبه كيف اقدر
Any ideas to bring back Fusion? It's probably not happening.
مليون شيء يدور في راس اللاعب 1000 شيء
صح زي ما قلت
probably not happening.
عنصر مفاجأة هذا بالونز ترى مرة يعني
The thing that I would love to see more of is what we did with ATR Cup. Like 2 in chat if you saw the 2v2 crew battle. That's the word I'm looking for. 2v2 crew battle event we done. ATR 2v2 crew battle. No, that was an event. That was a great format. Nobody saw that? No 2s in chat for ATR 2v2? Man, you guys missed out. You gotta go watch that. I've got it uploaded on my YouTube. I know CJ's uploaded a bit of it. Probably Fear uploaded it as well. Some of you saw it. Sounds like a lot of you didn't see it. You're first to use numbers. Too lazy to type. 1 in chat if you refuse to use numbers when the streamer asks you to. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, ATR Cup 2v2 is an absolute banger of an event. The 2v2 crew battle was beast. Need more of me and Fear casting together was a hit. I tune into the mainstream, the Rocket League channel tomorrow then. And also Sunday. Because Fear's going to be on the main channel, I'm going to be on the main channel. Okay, let's see who's actually live for North America here. I saw Rattles go live. Where is he? Here he is. RLCS 1's no mic. He's got a tough round 1 against Chronic. Who else? AJ. Am I missing anyone else or? I think that's everyone. Alright, back to Clears Nader. Diaz will probably go live soon. Yeah, Diaz is just going to go live with his free play session featuring some North American players driving around underneath him. Oh, Wavy and Revealer also live. Did I scroll past him? Am I blind? I might be blind. I think I'm just going to go here. Okay.
For a little bit, but...
Oh, has he got Lawler casting for him or something? Wait, have they started? I think they've started. Oh, Rails and Chronic have started as well. Hold on a second here. We're going to go and see what's happening with NA. We'll be back with MENA in a minute. Wait, he's got music playing. Okay, we'll listen to some MENA commentary. We'll gauge how exciting MENA is based on that. Chronic's up 3-0 against Rattles. Could easily be 4 here. This looks like a good position for him. Yeah. Chronic's pretty... Oh, now he's up 3-0. I'm not able to see, apparently. AJ's about to get his match started. Wavy's up 1-0 against Cosmic. It would actually be really cool if Wavy were to win the whole thing, because that would be a LAN debut for him, just like Moxie for EU. And he's most likely going to be up against a veteran from MENA. Oh, Rattles, he beamed it. Oh no. That's tough. Yeah. He accidentally let that one in. He was trying to wait until as late as possible to have a good angle on it. Do I remember when Chronic was mainly known for his ones career? Yeah, I do. I streamed most of it. I think I streamed all of that, actually. His pre-RLCS matches. Yeah, Rettle's in a bit of trouble here. He's down 5-0. He's tabbed out. He's changing something. Did he change the music or something? Wavy up 3-1. Cosmic's not been looking the best right now. He's not been looking too great, so he could be in a bit of trouble. Kalir's up 3-1. He actually... Kalir's got ahead early in game 1 and then... Nader came back. Omar is streaming First Killer. Who does First Killer have in round 1 again? Missed. He's probably going to win that without too much difficulty. Is Evo streaming? Oh, Chief Beef is streaming Scribbles. No, he's offline. Much better game here for Clears. Who's my favorite for North America and MENA? Diaz for North America and Naupo for MENA. That's my two that I expect to win. I know, very bold predictions by me. First Killer has 200 ping. What? Wait, really? Where is he? Oh. Is First Killer lagging? 1 second here. Nader's back within 2.
Oh, never mind. He said I'm good. Never mind, chat. False alarm. He's good. I think in the mini stream yesterday, the ref said playthrough lag and disconnects. Oh, I see.
Rattles went next. I'm not surprised. That was getting a bit out of control.
Okay.
Rattles is still winning though, so even okay, he was lagging a bit, but he's still winning pretty easily. He's gonna, yeah, most likely win that. This is not Mist, the former teammate of First Killer. This is Mist SB. He's a player who's mostly known for his 1v1. Wavy Cosmic actually looking pretty close here.
Still a little bit of working up to.
Let's see what's happening to that before we go back to MENA. Actually, we'll go back to MENA. MENA's got less time left on the clock. Clears up. Hope you guys are ready for some channel changing, because that's what I do on these days. Trying to catch everything. No, that's not 14 minutes past 2 missed. Save.
Nice save.
Has Mist retired? I think that Mist has indeed retired. Oh! Nader resisting the bump briefly. Does get scored on though. That looks like it's going to be Clears taking game 2. And Wavy's up 6-3. Rettles is winning 1-0 in game 2. AJ just getting started. First Killer up by 2 goals as well. We're probably gonna lock in on the very next MENA match. This one being a lower bracket match between 2 players who are both unlikely to make it into the top 4. I mean, they could maybe get top 4. It's on the fence. But the Rawas Dr. Known match is a really cool one. We have to lock in for that. Rettle's up 2-0. Nice little regain here by him. Let's see if he can save this shot from Chronic. Nah, not even close. Chronic is just an absolute monster in the air. Just pretty generic, but I mean, it's a crazy sentence I'm about to say. Pretty generic flip reset game Chronic's got for 1v1. But it's so solid. Oh, Cosmic within 2. AJ is 71-42 against Wiz. Let's see if First Killer can close out game 1 against Mist.
Outspeeded as well. Wow. Well played. Well played. This, I'm not gonna lie though, this is how the series is expected to be. Pure domination. No glaze. Okay, a little bit of glaze. Can they FF games on Friday?
Oh, just shoots it. No nonsense. Yeah, I know Rettles is streaming his POV. He's lost his lead. He's only 1 back though. Wavy in a close game. Let's see this. I think Clears won. Yeah, Clears won game 2. Tie series over there.
Game, set title, set community, song request, skip, banning and timeouts, creating commands. So it's.
How did he go from 2-0 to 2-3 in 30 seconds? That's not that crazy for 1v1. We saw him concede 1, and then it's back to the kickoff, which is super volatile. Oh, Cosmic got the boost. M-Dog 95, thanks 106 month tier 1. That's absurd.
What is his stream elements?
Welcome back to the channel. That boost is not spawning behind Wavy, so he just has to stick to the ball. He couldn't go back for the boost. It wasn't there. No, wait, Cosmic scoring. Oh, he got tripped. Oh!
God, that's so dumb.
That was so close. Cosmic can still keep this up.
Edit this, edit that.
Hold on.
Like,
oh!
Wavy, you're keeping it scary.
Cosmic, 0-second goal. Oh, he got it! What a flick by Cosmic. 6-6, overtime game 1.
Cosmic. Steal one away potentially.
Wow. Great comeback by Cosmic. He scored 3 goals in a row as far as I can see.
And plenty of boost to work with. Gonna cut it back infield.
It felt like a goal was deserved there, I'm not going to lie. Wavy was so close to conceding multiple times.
That wave dash to close the gap.
It's good possession by Cosmic.
Cosmic just needs the
He
boost
doesn't get the
it.
boost though. Oh
Wavy
wow.
could power shot it.
I thought he had that. He probably did as well.
Challenges.
Slow shot. Oh, what a shot by Wavy. Just awkward. Cosmic thought he was going to boom this, and Wavy just lobs it. Watch this. Cosmic jumps as if it's going to be a banger, and then he's like, oh, for goodness sake, you've hit it so slowly. I've actually fallen out of the air by the time the ball reaches me. It's a really awkward shot there by Wavy. Pretty smart. Hard for Cosmic to get a good clear on that, even if he does get a save. Okay, Chronic's up 4-2. AJ 1-1 with Wiz. Farskiller wins his first game. Let's watch the last minute of this Rettles game. He's got music on, so we're just going to be watching like this. This is game 2. He forfeited game 1 down like 5 or 6-0, if I recall. Nice play. Little pop bump by Rettles. Simple. Is he going to get the bump on Chronic? Smart play. Oh, is it though? Oh, it's not smart. I take it back. Dumb play. Very dumb play. No, it's actually not. Not that bad of a play. What happened there is that Rettles thought Chronic was completely boost starved. That was a great play by Chronic actually, because it looked like he was boost starved. But he actually just had a perfect 12 boost landing on a pad or saved it. Another pop bump maybe. Oh, low 50. That's his little that was straight out of an apparently Jack Rettles like 2 pros 1 keyboard video. They call that the S chal, I believe, because when they're playing on keyboard you just press S to reverse and let the ball bounce off your opponent back into you. And he's doing it in RLCS 1v1. No way has Rettles fallen over here. Surely not. Okay, good finish. That would have been brutal if he couldn't score this, because his car just fell over when he demoed Chronic. His car just fell. Used to downplay Rettles back in the day because he didn't look like anything special. Rettles is a grinder. Somebody commented on. Nice play again. Rettles is gonna tie this. Somebody commented on. Do you guys remember the Rettles Farskiller flip reset only 1v1? Did you know that video is 7 years old? Rettles versus Farskiller flip reset only 1v1. And I mean now it's hard to imagine that they were playing entire games and neither of them could score a flip reset undefended 7 years ago. Because now you look at Farskiller and he can hit like quad resets, triple reset, doubles and stuff. And the crazy thing is that 7 years gone by and Rettles still can't flip reset. I'm kidding, I'm just joking. All you Rettles fans, you can calm down. I'm just joking. Yeah, he's got the resets. That's tough. Chronic with a kickoff goal, denying the comeback. Rettles scored 3 straight, and then just loses a kickoff goal. Zapatos got casters and face cam. Wait, does Zapatos have better production quality than the entire rest of the scene? Let's have a look. Holy production!
Timing is in.
What the?
Perfectly. Couldn't have done it better. It's Zapatos versus Kevin. The kickoff timer.
Why is Zapatos channel better production quality than RLCS? He had the flyover, casters. Oh, slideshow by Kevin. Okay, maybe not better production quality. Little bit laggy, perhaps. We're getting a stop motion 1v1 here. Okay, it's in.
Good first goal going away to the man himself, Kevin.
You're an apparently Rentals fan. Every time I see Rentals, I read Rentals to this day still. So you take 50% offense to that joke. The worst part is it's not even an original joke. I've said that joke like every year. I'll be like, hey, do you guys know the Rentals First Killer Flip Reset only video is now 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old? Same joke every time. I love recycling material. Right. Kalirs versus Nader. Who does the winner of this play? Hold on. Loser of playoff 2. Wait, is that just going to be Rawas again? Oh, it's because of the second seed status. Gotcha. As time goes on, it does become a bigger insult. So I suppose it is. It is objectively a better joke every single year. Yeah, it'll be Dr. Known, but I just meant like the Roas side of the bracket.
I wish to see the names.
Yeah, we've got a Mexican pro, we've got a Canadian pro. Do you guys know where does Reveal's Canadian status come from? Is it his parents or something? Sorry for the loading here. This is terrible. Alright, Clears 5-2. Why can we not load? He's got nationality, United States and Canada. Anybody know why? Why has he got both? Kevin is still winning in the slideshow on Zapato stream. Shame about the slideshow because the rest of the production looks unreal. AJ wins game 1. Wavy's dominating game 2. Rettles in a bit of trouble here against Chronic. He's down 2-0. Let's see if he can do anything here while we listen to the MENA stream. We're not listening to the audio on Rettles' channel because he's playing music. We're going to get DMCA'd. That's a good idea, actually. Rattle should just try to bump Chronic as much as possible. Try and tilt him. Because Chronic can get in his own head sometimes. Joel says in ship. Yeah, probably is, but I don't know how though. Like where does his Canadian parents? Was he born in Canada? I'm just curious. Man, Chronic is just relentless. He just refused to give the ball to Rattles there. Never went all in. Never conceded the boost advantage. Never gave him an easy play. Any tennis fan here? I like tennis. I'm not following the French Open. I don't know if it's still going on. But loosely watch tennis highlights sometimes. Oh! Rail's just playing defense simulator right now. He's getting a small pad stolen away. He's near post backwards. That's a Shopify Rebellion 1v1 play coming through there. Near post backwards. He's looking to shadow surprise attack Chronic, who's just in free play. Yeah, this is brutal. He just can't get a chance. He just can't get a chance. Did I watch the NBA Finals? I didn't watch the match or the game or whatever you call it, but I saw the highlights. I saw the buzzer beater. Nice play. This is what Rails needs to main. He just needs to only go for physical plays, nothing else.
لكن اللي في البث يقولوا ما اسمعوا ولا شيء لكن انا سمعتك يا كريس اللي قاعد اقوله كريس انه في هذه المرحله مهما كان اللاعب الونز
Also Djokovic is in another semi. Do you guys think Djokovic is a top what top X greatest of all time athlete would you put him in? Like for your guys, who are your top 5 just straight up athletes of all time? You guys think 15? Not just tennis. Obviously, he's top 1 for tennis. But Djokovic is just absurd. It is insanely dominant. Oh my goodness. Athlete top 20. Yeah, I think you gotta put him higher than that. I'm not talking about just like athletic attributes. I just mean like achievements in their sport. I think he's got to be like a top 5 all-time athlete. Djokovic. He's got to be up there. Because he's just so dominant, and tennis is such a big sport over the years. It's been a big sport for like a century. Global as well. Tennis one of those like global sports. I reckon you gotta put, no, I don't mean athleticism, I just mean like just success in their sport. Top 5 athletes. This is gonna annoy a lot of people, this discussion. This is gonna annoy a lot of people, isn't it? Uh-oh. Rettles not looking too happy with this. Yeah, that's tough. Hey. Chronic has played really well. I have noticed that there's a pattern of Rettles trying to challenge just a bit too far forward in a lot of these aerial plays. I'd like to see him almost in his net. And that's going to be game. You can't get to that. Chronic, no mercy, drops it. 3-0, Rettles lower bracket. Chronic, too strong. Wavy in the process of sweeping Cosmic. AJ, I think, is in game 2. He's 1-0 up against Wiz. First killer's 2-0 up against Mist. He's probably going to sweep that. Zapatos trailing game 1 against Kevin. Okay, if I mean, I reckon you've got to have Messi in your top 5 all time. Messi might just be the greatest athlete of all time because he's the best. He's the greatest of all time in the greatest sport of all time. So surely he's just the greatest. Maybe athlete's the wrong word. Maybe we should say sportsman. And we don't mean sportsmanship, we just mean like, I think Messi's got to be top 1 because he's the greatest of all time in the greatest sport of all time. And when I say greatest sport of all time, I just mean like, you know, the sport that has the most people trying to play it and trying to be pro in it and has the most viewers. So Messi number 1, top 1. And annoyingly, you probably have to like consider sports like, wonder what would be another sport that just simply has to be represented because it's so globally popular. Like things like cricket and field hockey get crazy viewership because of India and like China and all these other massively populated countries who play it, but I don't know if they're like actually globally popular enough to merit inclusion in a conversation like this. I don't think cricket matters in this conversation. So I'm ignoring cricket. I think same with field hockey, I'm ignoring it. I know it's like top 4 viewed all time. Like, isn't it football followed by cricket and then like what's number 3 viewed sport? Oh, nice control by Nader. If I remember correctly, football, like aka soccer, is number 1. Number 2 I think is cricket. Number 4 I think is field hockey. I forget number 3 though. What's the 3rd one? Most watched. Most watched sports, let's see. Oh no, it's just, yeah, football like it is soccer, then cricket and field hockey are number 2 and 3. But I think they're just getting carried by India, so let's ignore them. Tennis is number 4. I think we can include tennis in our list. I think Djokovic, yeah, he's making the top 5 greatest all time. Messi, Djokovic, both of them have to be in there. And then maybe because football, aka soccer, is like just so by far the like greatest sport, you might have to include Ronaldo as well. Like Messi and Ronaldo might just both be top 5. Messi number 1, Ronaldo could like maybe sneak into the top 5, like 4 or 5 or something, because it's just by far the greatest sport. So being like as clear number 1, 2 as they are, I think they both probably make the cut. Federer, no, nah, Djokovic is greater than Federer. Djokovic is the GOAT of tennis. You think I like soccer? Not just me, mate. Like, think maybe like half the planet. I think that out of all of the American sports, the only one that I would consider as like a true global sport is basketball. And the clear GOAT in basketball, you guys, I'm sure you all agree on this. It's not difficult. It's Michael Jordan, obviously, come on. There's no way you guys are disagreeing with this one. Who's saying LeBron? Come on. What are you on about? I'm not taunting Americans. You guys think it's like so, I'm taunting you when I just like tell you something factual that you don't agree with. This is not rage bait. But then you've got to also think about like sports like sprinting. Like, does Usain Bolt make it just because he's the fastest person ever? Everybody's probably tried to run at some point, and he's the fastest. Carolyn is the best Greco-Roman wrestler. Yeah, a bit niche, but he is pretty dominant. You guys should look up Carolyn. Disgusting achievement. He might be like the GOAT combat athlete. Why am I avoiding golf? I think golf's like too gated by like... They might be just be too gated by cost. But obviously Tiger Woods is a GOAT in golf. Probably a top 10 all time. I don't know if he'd make top 5. Yeah, everybody thinks Muhammad Ali is the GOAT combat athlete, but if you aren't aware of Carolyn, the Russian Greco-Roman wrestler, you probably need to go and look up his achievements and his dominance. He's also, the cool thing about Carolyn, is it Alexander Carolyn, I think it is? Cool thing about him, not only is he the greatest Greco-Roman wrestler of all time, but he's also written a thesis. He's also really, really smart. He has a thesis on suplexes. He actually has a thesis on suplexes. Why is anybody talking about John Jones in this conversation? We're talking about like greatest athletes. And what, John Jones is in the conversation? What are we doing?
في بعض المواقف المعينة سواء في النص في الزوايا مع بوس مع بوس تحس أن هو في باله أن أنا أذكى من نادر.
You guys see all of the Dana White interviews where he's like, if John Jones and this other person were in a room and you lock the door, John Jones walks out of that room. Like every time, it's always the analogy he goes for when he's talking about like John Jones versus like other sports, GOATs or whatever. But he's right, you know, it is true to some extent, because if you lock John Jones and Tom Aspinall in a room, John Jones would walk out of that room. Because he would want nothing to do with Tom Aspinall. He'd find a way out. So he's not wrong. He'd run out of that room. Put John Jones and Ngannou in a room. John Jones is walking out of that room in a hurry. I love the John Jones meltdowns on Twitter are so funny when he's just replying to fans. I'm like, why is he replying to fans or replying to trolls on the internet? It's hilarious to me. Like, how can you be that successful and actually reply to... I just don't, I can't understand it. I mean, yeah, he's ducking Tom Aspinall big time. I think Tom Aspinall would completely flatline John Jones. Uh-oh. Spectator lagging here. Zapatos did win game 1 against Kevin. Need to close some streams, I'm starting to lag. I think Wavy won. But yeah, back to the whole top 5 athletes all-time thing. Yeah, Djokovic makes the cut, I reckon. I think Messi and Ronaldo probably both make the cut, because football is just by far the most popular sport. Everybody's played it. Everybody wants to be the best footballer. And that leaves 2 spots. Reckon you put Michael Jordan in there. And the last spot's a bit difficult. Probably like a Usain Bolt, I reckon. Probably Usain Bolt makes it in, because everybody's ran at some point. Everybody wants to be the fastest. Everybody's done a race at school sports day. Michael Phelps, nah. I don't think swimming is like a big enough deal. I don't think swimming makes it. Like swimming's like obviously Michael Phelps' achievements are insane, but swimming, I don't think swimming's anywhere near the same level as those other sports to be in this conversation. We're not talking about most dominant athletes in their sports. We're talking about like just overall greatest. And I think one of the things that matters in this conversation is how popular is the sport, how many people have tried the sport, how many people have tried to be good at this, and not just how many people in numbers, but how many people from different places. Because yeah, field hockey, cricket are really popular, but they're just carried by India being the most populated country. They're not truly global. They're more niche. And yeah, you can say that Phelps is the greatest Olympian in some cases because he's won the most medals, but the other annoying thing about swimming is I feel like it's just a bunch of different ways to do the same thing. They'll be like, okay, we're going to do a race where you're only allowed to move your arms in this way. Now we're going to do a race where you have to swim in this orientation, and we have to do a race where it's this and that. I'm like, if we were going to do that for sprinting, there would be like, okay, this is 100 meters sideways. 100 meters where you're sidestepping. Okay, now we're going to go 100 meters sidestepping the other direction. Now 100 meters backwards. Like, you don't do that. You just run in a straight line. You just race. Like, it's kind of unfair comparing swimming to anything else because they just have a bunch of different restrictions that all kind of ultimately achieve the same thing, which is swimming from A to B. And now we're going to do it 50 meter, 100 meters, team, freestyle. You know, the medley or whatever. Okay, yeah, we've just invented a bunch of different events. But why doesn't track and field get that? Soccer's just run and kick. Yeah, but there's not like 20 different variations of it, are there? It's not like, okay, I wonder who's going to win the Champions League for left foot only. Who's going to win the Champions League where you're only allowed to score headers? Okay, now we're going to do the Champions League where you're only allowed to leave the box for 30 seconds of every minute. You've got to keep doing laps back to the box, keep doing pilgrimages. Like, no, you just play the game. The swimming's kind of cheating. Yeah, I know they're all unique, and okay, that's an FF. It's gonna go game 6. Scalier's up 3-2. I think that, you know, they're all unique events and they're all like they're all cool to watch and stuff, but I don't think it's fair to compare the medal winning of like swimmers versus other sports which just simply don't have as many variations. If there was like, imagine that you made as many different sprinting events as you did for swimming. Like, how many swimming events are there at the Olympics versus how many sprinting events are there? There's like, what, 8 sprinting events or something? 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters is a sprint. Then you got 4x100, 4x400, that's 5. Are there any other sprints? Is it just 5? And then for swimming, it's like so many different variations. I guess there's mixed, men's and women's mixed and stuff. Hurdles, okay, yeah, there's hurdles. I forgot about that one. 800 meters is a sprint, is it? I don't think 800 meters is a sprint. That's just middle distance. 800 meters is not a sprint. Is it called the 800 meter sprint? I feel like after 400, you're not sprinting anymore. It's middle distance. You're running. And yeah, you guys are saying track and field is the variation, but the amount of variation between sprinting and shot put is so much more than like breaststroke and backstroke. There just isn't a lot of variation in the swimming compared to track and field. But if you wanted to have as much variation, you would need to make sprinting races for 100 meters, 110 meters, 60 meters, 75 meters, 130 meters. Like, you'd have to just have so many different meterages. And now finally there's a way for you to compare Usain Bolt and Michael Phelps. But I think Usain Bolt is greater of the two because everybody's tried to sprint. Maybe you could say everybody's tried to swim, but not seriously, not like racing. It's just trying not to die for most people, trying not to drown. I don't think I've had many swimming races in my life personally. I've tried not to drown plenty of times. But yeah, racing though, like 100 meters or whatever, racing. Yeah, everybody's tried sprinting races. Oh, good saves by AJ. Look at this. Can't listen to his stream though. He's got music playing. It's not my best take. That's fine. You could disagree, but I'm sticking by this. I think Usain Bolt greater than Michael Phelps. Swimming's a full body exercise though. What, and running isn't? Is that why all the best sprinters in the world have noodle arms? Oh wait, they don't. I also agree, swimming is harder than running. I do agree with that. That doesn't make it like greater to win every different variation of swimming. Yeah, swimming's also a bit in its infancy. Like I remember watching like Sydney Olympics, the Olympics after that. I forget where it was. Was it Beijing maybe or somewhere else? I remember watching all the Olympics back in the day when I was a kid, and every time swimming came on, it would be a world record. Every time. It's like, oh, there's a swimming event, world record. Actually, the first 5 people in this race, they all beat the world record. And you know, now we're just gonna go to the next swimming event and world record. Why were there so many world records? Advancements in equipment, advancements in popularity of these like sports in a short term. They're still in its infancy, whereas sprinting was far more developed. So to have somebody like Bolt come along and smash every record and be that dominant in a really developed sport it's like a totally different thing, different level. I know swimming's been in the Olympics, but in terms of like popularity, it was very much in its infancy. Wait, did Wiz not realize AJ got this boost? Look at this. Watch this for a second. Wiz knew the boost was spawning, but he didn't realize AJ got it in like the split second that he flipped over the pad. So he was just sitting there waiting for it, knowing it should be up any second now. Insane. Yeah, I'm deliberately muting the stream because we can't listen to the music. Synchronized sprinting. That would be funny. Don't listen. I didn't realize all you guys were like swimmer mains in chat. Listen, you swimmer mains. I have a lot of respect for swimming. Don't get this twisted. Like, just 'cause I think Usain Bolt is a greater like all-time athlete than Michael Phelps doesn't mean that I don't have a lot of respect for swimming. In fact, like at my gym that I've been going to recently, there's a swimming pool that you can see. There's like a window from there's a big like wall of glass from the weights bit to the swimming pool. And there's very often like competitive water polo matches going on while we're at the gym working out, me and my girlfriend, and that stuff blows my mind. Watching comp water polo is mind blowing. Like they're actually just trying to kill each other. They just take turns trying to drown each other. They swim up to one end, try and drown each other, go back, try and drown each other again. I wouldn't survive 30 seconds in there. I would be dead. Like somebody would just like pull my leg one time and I'd be like, yep, dead. I'm just inhaled water into my lungs. I'm dead. So I have a lot of respect for it. It looks incredibly difficult. But yeah, it's just so much more niche, isn't it? If we're talking about what's hard, is 100-meter sprint like a difficult event mentally? No, not really. It's like it's not like a long enough race for there to be a problem with lactic acid. Might be difficult mentally in terms of like confidence and stuff, but it's not challenging. Like it's not hard to run 100 meters. It's more like the execution and the timing and the reactions and obviously like a lot of talent. But yeah, the longer distance running is like way harder. That's good play. AJ's playing well here. Yeah, 400 meters is brutal. 100 meters, easy. 200 meters, okay, starting to get a little bit difficult for most people. 400 meters is torture. Absolute torture. Because it's just long enough that you have to really push to have any chance of sprinting the whole way. Oh, okay, that's going to be game. Is that matched? Yeah, GG's. So AJ wins against Wiz. First Killer won against Mist. Zapatos is winning against Kevin. And Kaliers is 1 minute away from eliminating Nader. We're going to go back to that before we refresh the bracket on the North American. Wow. Eat Nugget, thanks to the brand new Prime. Welcome to the channel. RLCS, thanks for the 2-month Prime. Inyaz, thanks for the 58-month Tier 1. Don't forget the Turkish go to the shooting event. Yeah, that was hilarious. The memes that come out of the Olympics these days, truly amazing. Amazing to watch.
صراحة بالنسبة لي نورمال والله نادر قاعد يلعب المباراة هذه الصدق أحسن بكثير من المباريات اللي قبل مع أن المباراة هذه لو خسرها
108 countries participate in the Cricket World Cup, so it's global for sure. I know it's global technically, like Scotland technically plays in the Cricket World Cup probably. Have I ever seen anybody play cricket in Scotland? No. Well, actually I have, but like it's usually just English, I don't know, private school students or whatever. I don't know. Like I wouldn't say Scotland doesn't really play cricket as far as I'm concerned. We don't like it'll be like the 20th sport or something. So while I have seen it, it's not actually something that Scottish people play. But yeah, Scotland are probably in there, probably in the Cricket World Cup. I wouldn't say that we play cricket in Scotland though. Yeah, don't really play football either, that's a fair point. Yeah, England play a lot of cricket, Scotland don't. OT lock in. Why do we don't have to lock in, we're not casting. We can lock out. The GOAT of esports, it's gotta be Faker. Come on now. It's gotta be Faker. One in chat if you've seen Faker quadra kill in person. I have. Insanely scripted. Myself, CJ, Rizzo, Athena went to LCK Grand Finals in Korea. Saw Faker quadra kill in person. Rizzo fainted. We had to peel him off the floor. I've never heard at any Rocket League event, I've never heard a scream the likes of which I heard that day. I think I have tinnitus from that because of all of the fangirls screaming at the same time. That's game. That's match. Kaliers eliminates Nader. Very impressive. Nader's been on a good run through this event, but Kaliers is playing some great Rocket League. He's done well there. And that means... Let's refresh the brackets. That means he's going to play the loser of Ruas, Dr. Known tomorrow. Nash is going to play the loser of Naupo and Ops. So we're getting Ops versus Nash. They're former teammates. Yeah, that genuinely, like usually LCK finals are 3-0s. And that one was a 3-2. It's a crazy, crazy final. Isn't pole throwing a Scottish sport? Yeah, we've got caber toss. Toss the caber. Like flipping the log of a tree is a Scottish sport. You guys know about that? One in chat if you know about that too, if you don't. Okay, a lot of yous know. A lot of ones. You know about just tossing the caber. Chess is considered a sport and an esport. I would say chess is more of an esport. Oh, Kevin's a patos. Tied late in the match. Wavy versus Chronic is an upper bracket semi. Evo Scribbles yet to conclude. Chief Beef's not live. I've heard Diaz won. I don't know who won this. AJ won.
The way he's reacting to a lot of these shots, especially defending that one once again, reacting really, really well. And Zapato's going for the early pre-jump here for some reason.
Evo won.
Why, I don't know, but it's a very interesting question nonetheless. Kevin now once again going for the challenge. Simple flick, last 10 seconds, gonna have to defend this.
Hold on. Kevin.
Going for the air dribble is gonna be Kevin.
Is this?
Save there from Zapato.
Okay, no, it's just I had the quality too low. Reveal supposedly won. Okay, okay.
We'll fix these issues as the time does go by. Getting that quick boost there. Nabbing away from the midfield here is Zapato's going down to the side well once more.
If tossing a tree is a sport, then me playing pen fights in a skill table is a sport. Don't disrespect caber tossing.
Kevin now defending it. Having to be coming in for the early challenge. Zapato's.
Stone carrying, just, you know, lifting stones, tossing trees. That was basically the national sports of Scotland back in the day. Still are. And golf, obviously. Yeah, sorry about the quality. It's a bit of a slideshow on this stream. There's a Patos can sweep Kevin here. Oh, careful. Good save. Highland Games still a thing. They are indeed.
Might just come in a shot. There's a demo. Can he get to goal?
That's good
Does it
shot.
roll in?
Nice
Yes,
power.
it just might. It's a goal.
Zapatos 3-0s, Kevin. Okay, let's take a look at the bracket again. See if we've got any updates. Dr. Known versus Ruas is coming up next on MENA. That's going to be a banger. Wavy Chronic apparently has already started. I didn't even know that they were already underway over there. Hold on. Guys, I've got to really quickly run ads or else we're going to get them during Ruas versus Dr. Known. So I'm going to do that right now. We'll pick up on game 2 of Wavy Chronic. We'll catch the end of that after the ads are done. And I'll update you on all the other scores. But yeah, got to do ads now or we're going to miss Ruas, Dr. Known. Olympics does consider chess a sport. I don't think we can follow the Olympics these days. Like modern Olympics are just like randomly selecting sports to include, and other ones somehow don't make it. It's bizarre. I mean, the esports Olympics is a good example of that. Like, what on earth were they cooking over there? Did you guys catch the esports Olympics? Tic-tac-bow. What a game. What a game. The amount of like pay-to-win mobile games in that esports Olympics was hilarious. Alright, Evo versus First Killer. That's being streamed by Omar. That's going to be a good one. Wavy Chronic is close as you would expect. I thought Wavy was going to win this. Chronic is ahead though. We also need to get a stream up for the Diaz reveal match. Apparently reveal is streaming, so let me open that. There he is. And yeah, AJ Zapatos. AJ is streaming. Is this him? Where is he? I've lost him. AJ. All right. So those are all the top bracket, upper bracket. I mean in or upper bracket matches in NA.
This time it's a bad touch actually. Trying to find the demo.
Rattles and Cosmic starting. You need multi-stream. I prefer to just switch. Honestly, it's impossible to watch and pay attention to all the streams. I can't be bothered.
Goes low. Tries to play it around. Again, he tried to angle that shot.
Really good awareness by Chronic. Notice that the shot wasn't threatening. Why didn't Daniel play in this tournament? I don't think he's been playing any ones, so he probably didn't think he was in good enough form to put performance on show that he'd be proud of. Yeah, he didn't have a great Salt Mine 4, and I don't think he's probably not played one since. I heard that Beast Mode forgot to sign up or forgot to check in or something. I don't know which. Daniel said he wants to focus on threes. Yeah, he doesn't need to justify it. Obviously, people know what he's doing. He's trying to win 3v3, but
so the beauty of ones in particular is it is the epitome of a chess
I think it's more likely, if I had to guess, it's probably less about a focusing thing and more like a motivation thing. I just don't think he wanted to play ones, if I had to guess.
There is something to be said about a couple things. One, the human element is 1000% real in ones.
What do you call it?
Just you, any small little minute detail.
The workload for participating in this 1v1 event is not particularly high and doesn't really influence 3v3 negatively at all. You know, you don't probably don't have to miss any scrims. But
maybe his hands are cold.
I think when Daniel says that he wants to focus on threes, he probably means that he's trying to just...
It is true.
Or maybe he's just putting all of his Rocket League hours into things like scrims and playing rank 2s, I would imagine, is probably something else he does, or playing free play, things that he usually does for 3v3 RLCS, and he probably just doesn't have any like Rocket League battery left to play enough 1v1 to put up the level that he'd want to put up. Because Daniel's a player who should be a contender in a tournament like this, and if he doesn't think he can contend because he's not going to play enough to be at a level that he wants to be at, then he's just not going to play.
Like, Wavy historically doesn't do well against Chronic, but hopefully,
yeah, Daniel in the Batmobile Salt Mine 4 was one of the funniest matches I've seen. Just run time, says Chronic. Wait, 14 seconds.
Yeah, the three biggest names you should probably pay.
Surprised he doesn't, like, with 14 seconds left. I feel like surely you should just go for a kickoff goal. Surely you try kickoff goal. Such a small time investment, but he's FF'd. So it's 1-1. Wavy ties it up against Chronic. First killer hasn't started yet. Oh. Reveal offline. AJ free playing. Is Diaz live? Am I blind? I'm always feeling like I'm blind. Wavy. He's on Fear's channel. Is Fear streaming Diaz? Right now he's streaming Wavy Chronic. So I guess we'll just watch Wavy Chronic game 3.
Gotta be careful. Nice demo. That's a goal. Well
Do I
done,
think
Wavy.
the
Good
NA rep
patience out
has
of the
any
gate.
chance against the MENA rep in Rally? Yeah, definitely. I think the NA rep is probably going to be Diaz, and I think Diaz can absolutely compete. He's an S tier ones player. Like Diaz is one of the top players in the world, so I think he can 100% compete. If it's not Diaz, then it's probably Wavy, First Killer, Chronic. Who else? Evo. You know, there are some really good ones players who are North American as well.
Chips Wavy a little bit.
Can any of those guys match up against Naupo/Rawas? It's harder for sure. I think none of those guys are the Diaz tier. Diaz is the only S tier ones player in this tournament. Just like I think Rawas and Naupo are the only S tier ones players in the MENA one.
Oh, it's so good. Hopefully we can watch this.
But can an A tier player compete with an S tier player? I think so, yeah. We saw that with Yan and Moxie. I don't think Yan was S tier at the time that he played him. He was too inactive in ones to be considered S tier, probably A. Still took Moxie to game 7 because 1v1 can be so nerve-wracking. So if I think if Naupo quals, it's going to be very challenging because he kind of just like takes over. Naupo's playstyle is a bit brutal to go up against, but if Rawas play, actually no, Rawas is the best LAN ones player. It's tough. Diaz is definitely the one who's who's got the best chance. I think second best chance would probably be man, it's hard to say. First Killer's got the experience, but also I've seen him play Rawas in ones on LAN in the past, and he didn't have a great time. So I'd probably say who could do it? Who do you guys think? Do you guys think anyone apart from Diaz would have a good chance? I think First Killer might struggle against the top. Well, if it's Rawas or Naupo, I think First Killer might struggle. Daniel could. Evo, yeah, Evo's an interesting one. Evo's been playing some very interesting Rocket League. He's got a different style. Wavy, Evo would be interesting. Chronic would be interesting. First Killer, Chronic, I think might struggle with Rawas or Naupo. But Wavy and Evo are a little bit more unknown, I guess. I really do think Evo would struggle against Naupo in particular. I think he'd have a better time against Rawas. But Evo against Naupo would be tough. Because what Evo's been doing recently in ones against other top tier players is playing a lot of shadow defense, counter-attacking, and I think if he does that against Naupo, he's just going to concede so many, like Naupo's going to score so many bangers. Evo said on stream he struggles against Naupo. Yeah, he has famously in the past lost a best of 7 5-0 against Naupo, which might sound silly because when you can lose 4-0 by at maximum in a best of 7, but Naupo and Evo played a best of 7, and Naupo was dominating. He won 3 games in a row, then he was winning game 4, and then he just forfeited while ahead in game 4 so he could play more and beat him in the next game as well. So he won 5-0 in a best of 7 against Evo, and yeah, playstyle wise, I don't think that matchup would do very well for Evo. I think Evo against Rawas, he'd have a chance though. He'd have a chance because Rawas, although Rawas is the greatest LAN ones player of all time because of Gamers 8, the biggest 1v1 on LAN outside of RLCS. Moxie versus Yan was Gamers 8, and Rawas was undefeated in the second one, and he was really, really good at the first one as well. I think Evo might confuse Rawas, because Rawas would expect Evo to be more aggressive, expect Evo to come at him a lot more, and Evo might just like confuse Rawas with how defensive he is. So that could be a good one. I think Evo would have a chance against Rawas. Against Naupo, I don't think he'd have a chance. Wavy might... Oh, could he do anything against Naupo? It's possible, maybe. I think Wavy might have a better... I mean, honestly, I think they all have a better chance against Rawas, actually. I think Naupo's kind of just not the player that you want to go up against if you're one of the top NA guys. I think Rawas will give players more chances with his style these days than Naupo will. That being said, he'd still be the favorite against anyone not named Diaz. Zinger TM, thanks for the prime. Welcome to the channel. FK has struggled against global competition in 1v1 through his one's career, that is true. He has struggled against global comp. But yeah, Wavy and Evo, they don't know. They're just like new to global one's comp. Well, newer than Chronic and First Killer. Chronic and First Killer have been playing top tier ones in NA for so many years now. Years and years. Whereas Wavy and Evo, they're like newer to the top of that level, so I think that ignorance will help them. The lack of experience in losing globally will be good for them. Naupo's very good right now. Yeah, the S tier of 1v1 right now, I think this is my S tier in ones, the players who I'd consider S tier. Naupo and Rawas are the only S tier players from MENA. I think Diaz is probably the only S tier player from the Americas as a whole. And then Moxie, Nas, and Drally. That's my 6 players who I think are S tier at the moment in 1v1. And then Atto is another one who could be maybe S tier. I think Atto could be. But that would be the 7. He'd be number 7. Not Yan. I don't think I would say Yan. I haven't seen enough from him. He obviously took Moxie at Game 7 in Birmingham. But I think that was largely in part to Moxie getting nervous on the finish line. Atto in one's S tier. Yeah, he could be considered S tier. It's close, so I think he's either high. Atto's either top of A or bottom of S. He's like the borderline. Nice play by Dr. Don. Oh, careful though. Okay. Rawas wasn't sure what's happening there. Didn't want to punish, or didn't want to overcommit. He is 1 goal ahead, so he's just trying to chill here. Big challenge Rawas. He's got control. Dribbling it back. Oh, poor Dr. Don. Rawas isn't going to give him even half of a chance here. Just dribbles it around, wins the game 5-4, and that's 1-0 to Rawas. Okay, Evo 1-0 up against First Killer. This is always a close match. I think this goes game 5. Wavy, Chronic. Oh, overtime in game 3. This is to take the 2-1 lead in the series. Nice hook shot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you don't have to dodge into your hook shots. Look at the power, 118 kph, kind of outside of the boot, just slicing across the ball. It's such a good shot to practice. You get a nice rolling ball dribble going at an angle, and then you cut across the ball at supersonic. That is going to be a goal against 99% of your opponents in ranked at any level. It's such an easy shot to execute, such a hard shot to save. Who's my top 5 all-time? What, top 5 all-time 1v1 you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
Because banned.
My top 5 all-time in 1v1. Fairy Peak, no particular order here. Fairy Peak, Scrub Killer, Khaled.
You're on the ultimates.
And I think Moxie has earned a top 5 now as well. I think you got to say Moxie.
Literally, that's the only.
And then the 5th is a bit tricky. You could maybe say Jorius or First Killer in there. Probably one of those two.
Not play it? I'm not sure.
Then yeah, Nas also has like a. Nas has a shout as well. 2-time Salt Mine winner as well.
It's just straight boost starvation.
Rawas is definitely top 10. I wouldn't say top 5. It's very close. I mean,
even though he messes up, he still gets to the ball. Really
First Killer's been around for a while. You've got to remember that Nas is a 2-time Salt Mine winner now, but First Killer's a 2-time North American Salt Mine winner. He won the first 2. So First Killer has 2 Salt Mines just like Nas does. Yeah, Rawas is definitely in the convo. I don't know. Rawas has won a lot. Yeah, maybe I need to.
I lied.
Yeah, Rawas definitely deserves a mention for sure. Daniel as well. I mean, I think it's easier to say top 10 because there's too many players for top 5. Who was First Killer's competition back in the day? For Salt Mine 1, he had to beat Chronic, Lethamir, and who else made top 4? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember who else made top 4. Chronic was good back then. Lethamir was very good back then.
Gason. Guess mid.
The second one he had to beat Mile.
Goes for a
I don't think Chronic played in Salt Mine 2. Otherwise he would have been up there for sure. Lion Blaze was around in Salt Mine 2. I don't think he was around in Salt Mine 1 era.
5 ads?
Lion Blaze Mile was very good.
Is there a way you could snooze the ads or?
All right, let's go back to MENA for a bit. See if Rawas takes control here. Yeah, top 10 all time is a bit clearer for me, I think. In 1v1, Fairy Scrub, Khaled, all the guys that said before, like First Killer, Moxie, and yeah, like for sure, Daniel, Rawas, Nas, Jorius, and then I think you've got to say Diaz these days as well. Diaz is putting together like a very impressive streak that I think just puts him top 10 all time, ahead of like legends like Cox and Flakes, Fahad, like Jack, Left. Like I would not Zen. I think Zen's obviously really impressive, but not long enough sustained dominance. Nice shot by the way by Dr. No, that's a great finish. Yeah, Fairy Scrub, Khaled, First Killer, and Moxie, absolutely in the top 10 all time. Rawas, Daniel, Nas, absolutely all in there. Jory is absolutely in there. And then I think Diaz would be my number 10 these days. Because the run he's on is such an insane run, especially if he can win this NA1's event as well. I mean, yeah. Very impressive. If Rawas wins the MENA one, then he starts to really get up the list as well. Like Fairy Peak and Scrub are still my top 2 all time, but players like Moxie for winning RLCS this year, like that does a lot. You know, the most important one's event of all time is RLCS 1v1 World Championship. So second and third most important, 1v1 in Rally and Birmingham. You think Diaz will win because he doesn't have to worry about threes so much? Yeah, that might help him, but they do still have to worry about threes in a way because they still have to try and make last chance qualifiers. So it's not like 3v3 is just a finished article for the season. Save Dr. None, making Rawas work for this one. Great play. He could trip up Rawas here. He's just gonna go for the ball and beat him. That's great defense by Dr. None. 12 Titans, most important. 12 Titans is definitely important, but I think, I mean, maybe I'm a bit biased here, but I think the most important ones events before RLCS included ones was probably Salt Mines. I think they were the most prestigious, the most stacked, and definitely had the most prize money per player. Salt Mine 3 was the highest prize money 1v1 of all time, just pure 1v1 tournament. So I think it's probably the #1 most important event in one's history. Until now. Now that we've had Birmingham, Birmingham's the most important, of course. Not biased at all, like I said, I might be biased, but I just think, you know, having the prize money, the Salt Mine 3 EU is just an absurdly stacked tournament, like absolutely ridiculous. The top 8 for Salt Mine 3 EU was crazy. Nast, Rally, Zen, Vatira, Moxie, Naupo, Khaled. No, Khaled didn't make top 8 actually. He was 9th. Naupo, TRK, Rawas. That is an unreal top 8. And then I think 9th, 10th was Oski and Khaled. So like it keeps going. Atto was like 11th. Like that tournament was unreal. It was so stacked. When you've got Atto coming 11th place and not even looking that bad, like yeah, now you're talking about a goated event. Yeah, that was my favorite one tournament that I've ever ran. But you know, now that RLCS has ones, I feel like that's Oh, what a move by Rawas. Look at the mind game here. He made it look like he was going to 50 that so badly, and then he just like backflips away from the ball. Disgusted. Doctor, no delayed kickoff. He's trying to demo him. Rawas saw it coming. Yeah, Salt Mine 1 had Flakes Khaled in the final. Yeah, had Khaled Ixo in the final for Salt Mine 1 EU, and then World Championship had Khaled Flakes in the final. Went to Game 7. Salt Mine 1 EU, Salt Mine 1 Worlds, Salt Mine 2 EU, Salt Mine 3 EU, Salt Mine 4 EU. All went to Game 7. The most scripted event in the history of Rocket League. Salt Mine EU. Right, Evo took Game 1 against First Killer. He's losing Game 2 though. Wavy on match point against Chronic. Let's see it. 23 seconds to go. Wavy advancing to top 6 if he wins this game.
He's got 20 boost. Play to the sidewall. Play keep away. Uh-oh.
Reveal Diaz tied. Is Reveal taking a game off Diaz?
GG's. He's got the GG's. Let's go.
GG's. Wavy advances. Let's. I'm just closing streams to try and get less lag here. I think yeah, Fear seems to be watching the same content as us here. AJ's Patos. Really close game actually. AJ's Patos. Don't know who to choose there. Is Reveal streaming? He was, and then he went offline. I don't know if he's streaming again. Did he go back online? Zapatos won Game 1. Is TRK in my top 10 all time for 1v1? I don't think so, no. I mean, I said my top 10 earlier. In no particular order. Oh, okay, Reveal is streaming. Let's see if Diaz can close out this 50 seconds and we'll go back to MENA. Yeah, my top 10 again, no particular order. Fairy Peak, Scrub Killer, Khaled, First Killer, Moxie, Nas, Daniel, Rawas, Jorias, Diaz. That's my top 10 all time for 1v1. But players like Naupo could enter the top 10 by winning this weekend. I think that maybe that would push him in. You've also got players like Wavy, Evo trying to make a splash. No Zen top 10 all time. Nah, Zen's not top 10 all time. I mean, like, you guys have got to realize, like, Zen had an insane run. But the other guys that we're talking about have multiple insane runs. So you have to consider that. How no Yan? Yan's like dabbled in 1v1. He's had like Yan's not really had that many tournaments in ones compared to the other guys that I mentioned. Like Jory is multiple time 1v1 tournament winner. Like listen to the list. I mean Fairy Peak, Scrub, Khaled, Jory is First Killer, Moxie, Rawas, Daniel, Nat. These guys all have multiple tournament wins in ones. And Reveal just tied it, by the way, while I'm talking about this. Insane comeback by Reveal. And what shot. Drive kickoff. I like that. He's going to get the possession off that. Look at Reveal go. Hold on. Bump him. This has to be an irritable bump, surely. Ah, I feel like that was Such a good position for air dribble bump. Diaz was shadowing. That was an opportunity missed. Didn't Joria's only win just win? Oh no, Joria's won so much. Joria's won Salt Mine 2 EU. He's won multiple tournaments on my channel and Fear's channel as well, I'm sure. Oh, is that in off the corner? No. The refs leave every match on this day. It's a great showing for Reveal to be playing Diaz this closely. No, he's not got a dodge, so he can't really do much there. Diaz has a semi-open net, bangs it. Reveal with an easy save though. Reveal is such a good player. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere almost compared to other, like, he wasn't talked about as much as Scribbles and Frosty when they all teamed together, but he was right there alongside them. And again, he's going through with the air dribble. And I don't think Diaz thought he had it on target. Look at that by Reveal. Okay, don't look at that by Reveal because they both skipped the replay. Diaz thought he was going into the post with it, looking for a bump. And look at this. I'll clip it. Oh, what is this? Wait a second. I'll show you guys what happened here. Diaz thought that Reveal was going for an air dribble bump. Watch the closing sequence right here. This is why Diaz hit the brakes on the near post. Right here. Diaz thinks, okay, Reveal's missed that. He's coming to bump me, so he's waiting for the ball to hit the post, trying to dodge the demo, and then he's got a free counter attack. But Reveal gets around it again and scores. But that's why Diaz didn't go for a save here. He thought, right there, he's like, okay, you've missed. You've missed the air dribble. I know you're trying to bump me. I'm just going to let that hit the post, and then I'll counter attack. Wait a minute, you scored it. So a bit careless from Diaz, yes. Still, though, very impressive by Reveal. Great comeback. He was 2 down with like not long left in the clock. Is that 1-1? What is the score? 1-0? Is that just 1-0? Is it just 1-0? Flakes is probably top like 15 all time. I don't think he's top 10 all time. Reveal up 1-0. Right, back to MENA. Dr. None ties the game with Rawas. Rawas is up 2-0, but Dr. None's playing him close. These have been really close games. Both 1-goal games. Cole MHC, thanks for the 14-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. Brazy RL, thanks for the 2-month prime. Welcome back to you also. Appjack might be a top 15 all-time as well, but I mean, did you guys not hear the top 10 that I said? Like, who are you taking out? Like, I know that you're listing good players here. Flakes and Appjack are 1v1 legends, TRK as well. Naupo, they're all monsters, but who are you taking out? Like, 1v1 is so stacked. You take out FK for Jack. FK's won 2 salt mines. You can't take out FK. FK's won 2 salt mines. FK is the 1v1 GOAT for North America. He's literally the GOAT for NA. Why is Diaz in there? What do you mean, why is Diaz in there? Diaz is currently on some insane streak in North America. He's won multiple, like, off-season open / 1v1 tournaments sanctioned by Epic or Blast or whatever these things are sanctioned by. 1 Salt Mine 4. Top 4 Salt Mine 3. Like, Diaz is on a ridiculous streak. Oh my goodness. Oh! Rawas sideways to the play, can't score it. And you can't say, oh, in NA, therefore it's worthless. Like, NA is still a very strong ones region. And Diaz won in South America as well. He was winning in SAM before he came over to NA and won in NA. He's won in both regions. For the past, like, year, he's been top of NA. Nice finish by Dr. None. Because, yeah, Diaz, he lost Salt Mine 3 to Wavy, and then ever since then, he's just been dominating in the Americas. But I think Diaz deserves it. Dr. None up by 2 here. Wavy is like Diaz kryptonite. No, not really. There's some players like Wavy and Evo, Daniel, who have had some success against Diaz, but it's not been extended success. They've just gone, they've had success for a bit, and then they've also struggled against him at other times. Rails got double 3-0'd. Ooh, that's brutal. That's pretty brutal. Tough bracket though. Rails was in the group of death. Well, one of them. There's so many groups of death in this. Dr. None up 3. We've got a series. Wavy been pretty even with Diaz. Not, I mean, maybe like they've had some good matches against each other, but Wavy has still, you know, in competitions that Wavy's played in, Diaz is still dominated. But yeah, Wavy all time does have a winning record against Diaz. So does AJ. But I still don't think you could take either of those guys anywhere near Diaz. Diaz is 7-2 all time against First Killer, 6-1 against Chronic, 5-1 against Evo. He's beaten Nas twice. He's 4-0 against Swift, 3-1 against Wisty, 3-0 against Beast Mode in recent matches. Yeah, I mean, Diaz is just the record he's on, the run he's on is crazy. I underestimate Zen. Which is it? Am I overestimating or underestimating? It can't be underestimate. That's not a word. Right. Diaz is up 2 against Reveal again. Zapatos is beating AJ. Is that 2-0? Is 0-2? Yeah, Zapatos is 2-0 up against AJ. Zapatos on a great run. Evo First Killer is very close. I think we want to pay attention to... Let's look at this Reveal Diaz game. Then we'll go to Evo First Killer. Then we'll go back to MENA. We're going to try and follow all 3 because they're all a great series. Diaz ahead by 3 now. That's good timing by Reveal. No panic. I'm not forgetting Zen. I just don't think Zen has had enough tournament success to be in a top 10 or even a top 20 all time. It's just not enough of a resume. Like, Zen's win streak is obviously super impressive, and he has had some success in tournaments. He made a Salt Mine Grand Final. Salt Mine, like, 3, basically regional Grand Final. He made the top 4 of the actual EU finals. But I mean, when you're talking top 10 all time, you're talking players with like multiple tournament wins against the very best players in the region. Whereas Durali in the rankings probably top 20 all time. That's top 20 all time is where you start having to talk about players like Jack and Naupo, Durali, Flakes, Fahad. Khaled's like a, you know, top 5, top 7 kind of level. I think, in fact, Khaled's probably still top 5 for most people. Probably still like pretty high up there. Oh yeah, Lethamer. I forgot about Lethamer. Cuxer. TRK. You know, another one is actually Dapper. Dapper's underrated all time. He was one of the first and only North Americans to have a claim at 1v1 best in the world at any given time. Because the lack of lands really makes 1v1 best in the world disputed most of the time. It's usually a disputed title. And even when it's like reaching undisputed status, it's only 90% undisputed because it's usually like an online cross-server match that determines it. But Dapper won against Cuxer on LAN when Cuxer was considered the best. So Dapper's like one of the guys who's, without a shadow of a doubt, been undisputed best in the world for a time. Zapatos about to sweep AJ. Evo First Killer, 30 seconds left in an expectedly close series.
What a read on the low 50. This counter, very crucial. Ooh. I wonder why he didn't
surprised
go
by
there.
I'm surprised by the lack of like late air dribble bumps in these games.
Wait. Evo might have. Nah, never mind. Good touchback.
Okay, chance.
Clear.
Gotta get the full pitch air dribble here.
Last chance.
A good setup. He's done really well there. He's gonna pogo shoot. Oh, okay. He wasn't confident about the reset. He wasn't confident about getting a good shot off. So he does drop 2-1. Evo's up 2-1 on first killer. And let's go back to Roas Dr. None.
قدر انه يضمن الهدف تقريبا بعد هجمه واللي حصل في هذه المرحله. روس كان عنده المساحه.
What do you mean? What happened to AJ? AJ's chilling. AJ streaming ASMR all night, like content, and he's just running into an informed Zapatos. Zapatos is good.
لاحظ نفس تقريبا طاح فوق لمسه خفيفه طاح فوق دكتور نون واللي خلاه يتعثر وما يقدر يرجع.
I wonder where do you guys know where the name Dr. None came from? Such a cool name. Such a unique name, Dr. None.
جميلة والله حلوة يا كريسبر.
والله حلوة من روس صراحة تحسبها. كانوا اثنين يتسابقون على البوست. خلاص اللي بياخذ اللي بيجيب هدف. فروس اخذه ودكتور نون انحط في الموقف.
Yeah, Clears did win.
بالفعل تتكلم مو ياخذه بعد.
Clears did indeed win.
داش من الجدار توجه فاست فليب على البوست.
Probably made it when he's 7. I mean, Dr. None he's basically 8 years old, so you're not wrong. That's a bit careless by Dr. None there. Cheap goal to give away against a player like Roas.
اتخاذ قرار صحيح من روس. لاحظنا شيء شاف ان دكتور نون خلاص راح البوز اخذ الباد اللي موجود على يمينه وعلى طول سدد. هذا التعويض اللي من روس قاعد ينعكس في هذه المباراه بالتأكيد.
Best name in Rocket League in my opinion? That's a good question. Who has the best name in Rocket League?
حماس المباراة اللي فاتت كان حماس اقوى. تشالنج ورا تشالنج.
FK easy. I don't like that. I mean, as far as like names go, I don't like the names with killer, I don't like them. Names with killer in them. It's not. I don't know. I like 2-syllable names or 3-syllable names. 2 or 3 syllables are perfect lengths. Yeah, Banana Head's a good name. I gotta give it to him. Banana Head is a great name. That's a great play by Roas. Yeah, apparently Jack's a great name as well. Doomsy underrated gamer name. Yeah, I agree with Bunk. Turbo Pulse is really good. That's a great name. Turbo Sausage is a great name. Pisky is the worst name. Especially, it's just because he used to be called Whiskey Drink, which is a cool name, and then he changed it into Pisky. Yeah, TRK sounds pretty cool. Good name. Devo's a great name. I do like Devo. Kronovi's a great name, actually. Yeah, Kronovi's a good, cool name. Coxer's a cool name. Yeah, Vatira's a wicked name. I do like Vatira. Yeah, Lachinio is a cool name.
صعب تتعامل مع روس خصوصا لما يكون بالمود. هو الان دخل في المود متقدم مرتاح يقدر يلعب لعبه.
CRK stands for the real king. Does it really?
طلع من الجيم.
اتوقع دكتور طلع من الجيم لكن ما ادري هو طلب. اوكي طلب فورفيت.
Melashisu, that's a great shout actually. Melashisu. To bring Melashisu up in the conversation here is a great shout. Okay, hold on a second. Let's take a look at what's happening with Diaz versus Reveal. Diaz looks like he's taking over. Reveal's gone for a lap. Diaz could have just like waited on the goal line there. Let's see. First killer Evo's pretty close. Omar's tapped out. Let's watch First killer Evo. First killer's on the ropes here.
Damn, I should have stuck with my guts.
Yeah, Metsonoris is a pretty cool name. Metsa. I mean, names that can easily get shortened to various different options are cool. Like names that you can switch around. Like Metsonoris can be Metsa, which is cool. Shortenable names. Oh, nice shot by First killer.
What are you supposed to do against that?
Yeah, best name in this tournament. Let's think. Best name in out of the 16 players in this North American 1v1 tournament. Who do you say is the top names out of the top 16?
Monkey.
I think Zapatos is a pretty cool name. What does Zapatos mean again? I've totally forgotten what it means. It means like shoes, right?
I'm loving this. Hey, Evo, keep on playing like that.
Doesn't it mean shoes in Spanish? I always forget that because for me it's the Pokemon. Zapdos.
That's true.
Every time I see Zapatos, I just think of the Pokemon.
Oh, he misses a pad. Oh, but he gets bumped.
Zapatos is shoes, isn't it?
Damn. He thought Evo was gonna have a quick counter.
Yeah,
so
Zapatos is probably the coolest name I'd say in the tournament.
He got bumped to that save, but Evo just lands on it. Damn.
Maybe Scribbles. I think Scribbles is a pretty underrated name.
I'm getting mad. Why?
Yeah, Zapatos and Chaussette would be a good combination. You got the shoes, you got the socks. Do we have anybody called feet? We'd have the full package.
Real quick. Nice bump attempt.
Oh.
Good catch.
Reveal clear Scribbles. Yeah, Reveal's a good name as well.
You guys might not notice how quick that was, but that was
Fear.
so fast. To go up that quick with that power,
good interception there.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, Atto, perfect. Atto, Chaussette, Zapatos. You've got the toe, the sock, and the shoe.
Great utilization of the flip right there. Don't ask me to spell that word right. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Scribkep's a good name. Why is Scribbles running? Is there like a deal going on with Alpha Kep to call himself Scribkep? I don't know the backstory of that.
What a read! What a read!
I don't know the story behind that name choice.
That hard touch from Evo. Well played. Well played.
He's just doing it for the memes. Dubious Crane, thanks for the 51-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel.
Good boost grab.
I think Scribbles needs to.
That was a good boost grab, but
he needs to name himself Scribbles because he's damaging it. Well, not damaging his brand. That's the wrong word I'm looking for. He's missing a chance to to build his brand value here by changing his name. Like a lot of pros these days change their name every event. I'm like, what are you doing?
Save.
You've got to stick to the same name.
Counter attack. Restart game. Wait. We can do that.
All right, First Killer takes it to Game 5. This does go Game 5 as we expected, AJ. I think he's been swept by Zapatos there because he's in free play. And Diaz is about to take a 2-1 lead against Reveal. Let's head back to MENA. Rawas 3-1 up against Dr. Known. See if he can close this one out. Yeah, it's not just Scribbles. Scribbles is only one of them. A lot of these guys, like the KC players, they'll pull up to an event and they've got some like other variation of their name. They're all like Skibbity something these days. I don't know what they're on about. I feel like a boomer like looking at all these players coming up to names with like TikTok memes. Coming up to events with TikTok meme names, I mean. But I think, yeah, they should stick to their name. Like, I think all these young pros, they've got to realize that they're actually damaging their own recognition and brand value by switching their name as much as they do. They should just stick to their name, never change it. Unless they hate it, then change it and stick to that name, the new one. But they shouldn't. Yeah, they've got slow name placebo, maybe. I do think it's actually a pretty big deal in esports to just have a name that a name you like. If you don't like your name, change it early and then stick with a new one. But once you've got a name you like, stick with it. Do not change it. Don't care if you've got heavy name tag bug. Yeah, JSTN in caps. You should never have changed that. Should have kept it. Justin Credible is a good name, but yeah, once he went to JST, I think he just got to like stick to one. But they had a big drama. NRG had some drama at Stockholm, I think it was, where Justin had heavy nameplate bug, and he wanted to change his name, and the admins wouldn't let him because he hadn't put that on the form when they signed up for the event. His variation that he wanted to name himself wasn't available. Oh, nicely done, Rawas. Well, it's nameplate bug. It's just I'm not serious, but having a really long nameplate can be considered a disadvantage in 1v1 because the opponent can see you a bit more easily when you're challenging or when you're trying to make a kickoff play. Like, look how short Rawas's nameplate is versus if we go to like Evo versus First Killer. Let's look at the difference in nameplate length here between Evo and First Killer, if you guys pay attention.
That's a true statistic right there.
Look at Evo's short nameplate there. If we ever switch off First Killer POV, we'll see the length of First Killer's nameplate is a bit of a nerf. Does Omar ever change POV though, or does he just sit on First Killer's POV like an OG rolled his stream, where he's just like watching FK POV the entire game, glazing?
We need another power flick.
Well, we need Evo POV at some point. Shot. Oh, he's missed it though.
Oh wow. Oh wow, that wasn't close at all. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the underrated reasons is switching your name to a single full stop. Oh,
Yeah.
great read by Evo.
Just no boost. No boost.
We're not gonna get Evo
going for the
POV.
ball quickly.
We're not gonna get. We're just on
Absolutely
first killer
something
POV
that
apparently. We're
ends up
we're
giving it
just
to him.
watching first killer. That's fine, but we'll go back to MENA for a bit.
لكن دكتور نون اذكى بالتدخل يتوجه للبوست.
Thermometer, thanks for the 12-month primes. Geez, my girlfriend.
اخذ الرست الثاني
Not gonna read the rest of that sentence. Works cleaning lady for him. She gets all the prime. Thank you. Thermometer, what on earth? What, have you just drafted up like the Chat GPT resub message? What on earth am I reading right now? Thanks for the prime though. Fear has a better POV of the match. Wait, does Fear have lobby perms for someone? Who's he streaming? Evo?
اذا دافعت راح تلقم، واذا لقمت راح كل ما قرب الخصم راح يجي يعمل زياده وراح تسوي ترند زياده. اللي قاعد يسوي روه صح.
You had to leave for a while as MENA in the finals. No, MENA's finals will be tomorrow.
زي الحين. يعني قاعد يحاول يلعب كل ما عنده. خلاص اخر مباراه في السيريس بعطي كل ما عندي.
يا ساتر.
Really went for that one. Good save by Dr. Non. He needs a goal right now though.
Oh,
that's game. That's going to be game. Dr. Non is not going to be happy with that. Oh, that's tough.
هذه مرحلة جنوني تتكلم إن
Yeah, I'll be casting tomorrow on the mainstream, so look out for me on the Rocket League channel tomorrow. Excited for the mainstream to be covering not only North American RLCS. This must be game over. Yeah, he's forfeited. Ruas wins and advances into the top 6. This is the MENA bracket as it currently stands. Ruas going to be here. No, here. Awaiting the winner of Nush versus Ops most likely. And then Naupo's going to be here awaiting the winner of Kalirs versus Dr. Known. Naupo should... I mean, Ops has obviously played very well yesterday. He swept Nader and Ghazi. Super impressive results. But, yeah, he struggled in Swiss, and Naupo's just a different beast. So I think that's going to be pretty clear. Probably a sweep. And NA, we've got Zapatos wavy through. Diaz is looking good. First killer. And Evo's in game 5. They went to game 5 when they played in Swiss. Not surprised to see this go to game 5. Yeah, Kalirs and Ruas are on different sides of the bracket, but I think the final's going to be Ruas now, Poe.
No,
I think those guys are just in a league of their own for MENA. First killer, step over. Got time. Got to be irritable bump, surely. We've got to get it at some point. Oh, he underducks him. Nice.
There you go, Key. There you go.
So Fear's got a better POV apparently. Hold on.
I love that from you. I really do.
Apparently Fear's got a better POV where he's looking at both
Evo's
names.
challenge pulls off in 50s.
So, okay, there's Evo's small nameplate. Let's see if he switches at any point. Best player to never win a LAN. First killer's up there.
Evo wants a demo or a bump.
I like that from Evo. I think bumps and demos should be a focus for every player in these tournaments. They've been a big deal. Good save.
How did he clean that one up? The net should have been wide open.
Great defense out of Evo. That's an insane recovery.
Defense is best used on occasion and only when necessary, instead of exclusively.
The worst player to win a LAN. That's pretty harsh. That's pretty harsh.
And then he's gonna die.
Like an RLCS LAN.
Left to go. A ticket to top 6 through uppers.
How is anybody saying Redocin? Are you guys serious?
Evo pulls off the 50 and walks it in.
It's not anyone recent. Nice fake by Evo here. He's up 1 with 48 seconds to go. I mean, it's probably over 0 because the early seasons were easier for RLCS, and he only subbed in for that one LAN, had one good event, and that was it. So if we're talking RLCS only, I mean, it would have to be over 0 because he only played season 1. Every other player played multiple seasons, had lots of success. All of their winners. Oh, FK didn't dodge.
I think he wanted a touch off the post to counter.
Yeah, he tried to pass this to himself.
Down and needs a goal.
off the post. Watch this.
Easier, but yeah, intentionally.
Yeah, he tried to hit the post on purpose. That's
that
tough.
Did not go off the post. And
Marky undoubtedly. How's it, Marky? Marky made a grand final, and then he won, and then he came 6th.
Maybe if he can boom a
top
shot
6
right away, but not even first killer can do that.
It's like it's not OverZero's fault. It's just that like when you're entering RLCS World Champion or Major Champion, when you're an RLCS LAN winner, you're in a very exclusive group of players, and everybody after Season 1 who won a World Championship or won a Major had multiple accolades, whereas OverZero's only accolade was winning the first World Championship. Great one to have though. Great championship, obviously. But wow. Evo takes it in 5.
Jeez.
Evo in 5 is a really big result for him. So congrats. Evo is advanced into the match against. Let's see where he's going to be. Wavy and Evo. I think Evo is the lower seed there. He was. So yeah, it's going to be Evo Zapatos for top 4. Wavy Diaz. Wait. Oh my goodness, Zapatos is the higher seed because he got the Bukal score of 3 and Diaz is a shameful -1. Diaz, Wavy, and Zapatos Evo. Evo's going to probably win that, I reckon. Zapatos is playing very well, but Evo's just too good. So that'll be, I reckon, Evo. Diaz, Wavy in upper bracket quarters is stacked. That could be the grand final. That could actually just be the grand final. First killer in Lords against Cosmic. That's not easy. Not an easy match. Up next on MENA, we're going to have Naupo Ops. Diaz beat reveal, so we're going to need to wait for that for a bit. But guys, I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to run some ads. When we're back, we got more NA ones, more MENA ones, so don't go too far, and I'll see you in a bit.
ورجعنا لكم اعزائي الكرام مره اخرى واستكمالا لاحداث اليوم في مباراه والسلسله الاخيره، ونقول حياكم الله مره اخرى وحياك الله اخوي كريسبر. كذلك مره اخرى، وزي ما سبق وشاهدنا اعزائي الكرام انتهت معنا 3 مباريات. لور براكت في الراوند الاول نشو عبد الله، نرجع نعيد ثاني مره 4-0 نادي الامام كيلرز 4-2. والمباراه التي شاهدناها قبل قليل هي كانت في ربع نهائيات الدور العلوي، روس امام دكتور نون انتهت ب 4-1. الان عندنا مباراة أخيرة نوبو وأوبس، لكن قبل أن ندخل في المباراة الأخيرة والسلسلة الأخيرة متواجدة معنا وناخذ توقعاتكم وكل شيء تقريبا، أعزائي الكرام لا تنسون متواجدين معنا في، أو لا تنسون أعزائي الكرام تتابعون حسابات EG MENA عبر منصات التواصل الاجتماعي، سواء في تويتر بتلقونها في الشات، تابعوهم عشان ما تفوتكم أخبار وآخر أخبار روكيت ليج، سواء من البطولات، سواء من المياجر، سواء من 1v1 أو 3v3 للRLCS في هذه المرحلة. وبرضو كذلك شاركونا توقعاتكم لمين راح يفوز في هذه المباراة بالتحديد، وكم تتوقعون، لأن الآن كريسبر، أنا وكريسبر كنا قاعد نتكلم تقريبا في وسط البريك قاعد نقول مدى قوة هذا اللاعب الآن في مثل هذه البطولة اللي هو اتكلم عنه نوبو. كريسبر كان يقول لي ان نوبو في هذه البطولة بالتحديد ما شاء الله تبارك الرحمن الكل، او انا برضه قاعد اشوفه الشيء قاعد اشوفه، بس لك لازم نذكر يمكن في ناس الى الان ما يعرفون هذا الشيء، في ناس يمكن ما شافوا ما تابعوا البطولات ما يعرفون نوبو ايش سوى، نوبو وقدم في هذا الونفيون بالتحديد. نوبو يا جماعة الخير اكتساح تام على جميع اللاعبين المتواجدين، لجميع اللاعبين اللي تتكلم حتى مثلا بشار تبارك الرحمن من
افضل اللاعبين. Alright, back. How's it going, guys? Let's get some streams up and running for the NA
اتوقع عندك الكلام
portion of this. Let's see who's going to be streaming these matches. Omar's streaming that one. Is anybody streaming Scribbles?
10 نقص 7 بس يلا بمشيها لك يلا.
What are people complaining about book calls for now? Red Middle Mist, thanks for the Prime. Welcome to the channel. If you guys have got Prime, be sure to use it somewhere. You're welcome to use it here, but use it somewhere.
معليش يا جماعة اوكي. اقول لكم نوبو صراحة البطولة هذه واخر كم بطولة ونز فارق مرة يعني من لعيبة المينا.
Jamaican Coconut streaming Chronic. Okay, that's good to know. Who's Reveal playing?
نتائجه في البطولة هذه ما كانت
Most likely Wiz.
طبيعية صراحة. اغلب مبارياته.
These are the big matches: Chronic, Scribbles, and First Killer Cosmic.
ما خاب ظني ما اتوقع انه خسر جيم واحد الى الان في البطولة.
So we'll see if Omar and Coconut have got a game yet. It looks like they do. It's all tied between Scribbles and Chronic.
والله شوف انا بتكلم عن ان كل الطرفين.
And it looks like the other one's not started yet.
الجهة الثانية عنده تحدي صعب مرة.
Let me know when now pull up starts. Until then, we'll tune into a little bit of Scribbles versus Chronic. Let's see if the game one goes the way of the underdog.
If
Scribbles?
one of you guys want to tell Fear that I turned off the music, that's fine with me. Actually, I could just tell him.
And this is a channel, by the way, if you guys want to catch the whole series. I know I'm going to be changing the channel a little bit, and I know some of you guys want to watch all of them.
If one of you want to tell Fear that I turned off the music, then fine by me.
This is where you can catch Chronic versus Scribbles.
Oh, good 50. Good save on the post-bounce.
Empty Flam 3, thanks to the, or Empty Flame, I think it is, not Flam 3. What am I doing? Thanks for the Prime. I'm such an idiot.
Side game here, 2 minutes left here.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like,
I mean, evenly matched so far.
a lot of people have been complaining about the seeding.
You know, maybe it's all
in this event, like the Swiss groups for North America, and also for MENA, were a little bit stacked, or a little bit imbalanced. But that's because a lot of the players didn't actually work on their 1v1 seeding. Like, I think the seeding was done entirely based on the ranked leaderboard, which is absolutely fine, in my opinion.
Obviously, Scribbles up 5-0, 5-4 in the game. Chronic, reset. Wave dash.
Oh, that's nasty by Chronic.
Good bump. Is this the only?
That is nasty. Now verse up started. Okay, thanks for the heads up. We'll change to that in a second.
I'm gonna be watching from Chronic Pav. I could try switching, but that seems like too much for my brain to handle, to be honest.
You can just right click to switch POV in 1v1. It's really good.
I like being a biased
You don't need to press any numbers. You just right click your mouse.
I love being biased caster.
Okay, Scribbles is giving Chronic a good run for his money here.
Good 50 to the sidewall.
Chance for Chronic to tie.
Reset. Chronic. Wave to.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that shot's still pretty hard to stop. That shot is still pretty good in the current one's meta.
Perfect play.
Yeah, this is game one, I believe.
Can really do about that besides predicting where Chronic's
Scribble's got a nice follow through bump onto Chronic, who would have otherwise had possession and boost.
Kind of a failed recovery there for Chronic. Has to grab some pads here before defending.
No, the thing about the one seeding is that, yes, it looks a bit imbalanced to have Zapatos going top of his group without having to play against another top tier player. Like, Zapatos went, really good play there by Scribbles, by the way. But Zapatos beat LJ Wiz Talk. None of these guys are most likely going to make top 8 in NA, and he gets a 3-0 just by beating them. Scribbles got a 3-0 also by beating players who are most likely not going to be top 8, because the other group has all of the other good players in it, most likely. But the reason for that is a lot of the players didn't improve their in-game 1v1 MMR, and thus tanked their own seeding. So what can you do?
50 on Scribbles should be
Surely
open.
that's it.
Chronic
Yeah, he
can
takes
just
his
walk
time.
the dog right in. Did somebody let Fear know that
When do you think rally major brackets will be posted? I think you can already see it on like Cody v RL's Twitter. The guy who's been doing all the spreadsheets for predictions recently. This will be a really close game one. Scribbles Chronic. We're gonna get to Ops versus Naipo in a second. Scribbles open net. Chronic didn't see the turn. Wow, Chronic thought he had a slow play, and then Scribbles just ball chases with no boost. Actually, he had 100. Wow, Chronic just completely underestimated the turn. I mean, yeah, if Chronic bum rushed that ball, he would have got there first, but Scribbles kind of knew he wasn't going to go. It's not an angle where he could do that, and it's Scribbles by 2. No way.
he just opened your stream when you said that. All right, bet.
Scribbles by 2. Chronic's
music, so
in the need of a kickoff goal here.
But just on the safe side of things, not a bad idea to just.
He's not going to get one, so that's going to be a game. And Naupo's already up 4-1 against Ops. Ops is a good ones player, but Naupo is one of the best in the world, so this should probably go to him pretty handily.
تشوفه كذا بالزاويه فجاه تشوفه بالنص فجاه تشوفه بالزاويه لاعب مره يعني صعب تتعامل معه بس انا اتوقع نوبس يعني
Yeah, Rawas.
الصراحه حق نوبو لان نوبو يتحكم
He did indeed win, I believe. Yeah, he did win.
حتى لو انه رجع بتكون
He did indeed win.
بالنسبه له بحكم ان نوبو الان ماخذ الاستحواذ. نوبو الان مرتاح.
You can only be what's in front of you. Yeah, the players like Zapatel, Scribbles going 3-0 and Swiss, like that's just all they can do is, you know, just beat the guy you get matched up with. But yeah, if people are complaining about groups of death and stuff, when like all the players involved didn't actually grind to their best ranked ones MMR they could have got, that's like not the format's fault, that's players' fault for not putting enough time into ranked ones. Now it puts up 5. It's a one-sided opening game here for Twisted Minds Naupo. Looks like First Killer versus... Wait, this is tricky. That's not First Killer. This isn't the First Killer match. First Killer's playing Cosmic. AJ's up 2-0 in Tricky. FK Evo was really close, as you would expect, and Evo took it, which is very impressive by him. I don't remember if I predicted that to happen or not. I'm checking right now to see if I can find out what I said on my YouTube channel. Hold on, let me check. What did I do? What did I predict in my video, my predictions? Looks like I predicted First Killer, so I'm an idiot. I also predicted AJ over Zapatel, so I know nothing. I thought 1v1 is easy to predict. Best NA1s player in history, it's First Killer. Best NA1s player historically, all time, First Killer. 2-time Salt Mine winner, insane streak as #1 in NA for multiple years. Hasn't had a lot of success against international competition, but his domination in NA, combined with his longevity, even to this day, he's one of the best in NA. So he's been top, 3-4 for ages, and he was top 1 for a long time. So First Killer, greatest ones player NA. Second, Daniel. I think Daniel number 2. Where is Daniel? I've been confidently informed that Daniel is focusing on 3s, so he's currently staring at his monitor, watching 3s replays. At least that's what I imagine when I hear that he's focusing on 3s. I just imagine that he's watching 3s replays, or playing ranked 3s maybe. Is Chronic number 3 all time for North America? Number 3 all time for NA could be Lethemir actually. I think it might be Leth. Because First Killer is like by far number 1. Maybe not by far. First Killer's number 1, Daniel's number 2, and then there's a big gap, and then there's probably Lethemir. Yeah, Lion Blaze deserves a mention as well, but I think Lethemir for me would be number 3 NA all time. Hey Leth, how you doing, man? We're talking about all-time NA 1v1 GOAT. I think it's First Killer. and then Daniel, and I'm giving you number 3. I want to put you top 3, if that's okay with you. I think the first killer or Daniel. Who do you think all-time number 1? First killer or Daniel for NA 1v1?
Under threat for the entire time. Now I don't want to jinx him.
You think all-time Daniel? Really? Okay. For me, it's first killer because he won 2 salt mines. Daniel won 1 salt mine.
But
First killer won.
look very, very good going into game number 2 here.
He won a lot of tournaments. Did he win Fusion as well?
Going through game number 2? I don't know. I'm not a commentator. Trying my best here. Dom Mosey.
He's just won so much.
Appreciate that. Scribble's gonna go high here.
Dan's won internationally. What's he won internationally?
Thing to do. Like, you guys might not have even noticed it if I hadn't pointed it out. You might have. I don't know.
He's probably won something, but I couldn't tell you what Daniel's won internationally. I don't think he's won a. He didn't win a lot of Gamers 8, did he?
And using that double jump to get back up to the ball, since he knew that there was a possibility that Scribbles might have been.
All periods, Daniel has longer prominence. Really? Oh, I think First Killer has Daniel for longevity by far. I think First Killer's been at the top of the 1 scene for like 7 years. First Killer's been like a top 5 NA1s player for 7 years or so. Whereas Daniel's maybe been like 3 or 4 years. 4 years, I guess. Maybe 5. He was starting to make a name for himself, but First Killer's been. He's been around for forever.
Isn't Scribbles like 14 or 15? I'm pretty sure Scribbles is.
Yeah, well, I mean, just winning 2 salt mines back to back. First Killer got 2 salt mines, and then he was top 4 in the next one as well. He got 2 wins in salt mine, then he got 4th in the next salt mine after that, salt mine 3. Where did he go in salt mine 4? I can't even remember.
Nice shot from Chronic, top right. All right. 4-goal lead here for Chronic. Big reversal compared to the first.
Yeah, for Chronic's having a good game here. Just checking in on First Killer. Cosmic, he's up 2 in just a few seconds. Naupo dominates game 1 over there in MENA. We'll see the end of this Chronic versus
now Chronic.
Scribbles game.
40 boost here for him. Scribbles into the sidewall.
Did he come 4th again?
Scribbles.
Top 4 again. Yes, the First Killer's one's record in NA is just absurd. I mean, getting 2 first places and 2 top 4s is insane. Especially, I had a big gap between Saltmine 2 and 3, and he came out the other end of it still top, like one of the top players in NA.
Glad I don't watch this streamer. Seems toxic. Brother, you came in here talking about somebody else's.
I mean, yeah, Daniel won like different like regionals in Salt Mine 3, but I mean, I'm only considering the actual finals as the win. Winning like a stage is not a. It's not a Salt Mine win.
That's not how it works, bro. It doesn't matter who it is.
You're not familiar with Leth's one's career. Lethimer beat First Killer in the Scarab.
Don't want to jinx it.
Probably his top achievement. But no. Lethimer won a couple of like smaller tournaments I ran pre like Manfield Night
5-goal lead definitely has happened. Nope,
era.
Calls it. All right. That's going to be it for this game.
And he also came, I think, 2nd or 3rd in Salt Mine 1 North America, while also finishing top 4 in Salt Mine 1 Worlds. I don't remember who Lethimer beat. It was like Ixor or someone. He beat one of the, like Lethimer was one of the guys who beat a European.
We're going to use this opportunity to run a quick ad break so you guys don't get hit with ads in the middle of the next game, which I should have done as soon as he called waste time. But we got a 2-minute ad break. I think Scribbles is probably going to take the full minute of...
Okay. 1-1 between Scribbles and Chronic. That's a good series. Let's head back to Naupo Ops for a bit. We'll check it on First Killer Cosmic as well in a second. No, Lethimer didn't beat Flakes because Flakes beat First Killer. In Salt Mine 1 Worlds, Flakes eliminated First Killer, and then I think he also took down Leth. I think on the other side of the bracket, Khaled beat Lion Blaze and Chronic in some order. I don't remember what the order was. Might have been that order, actually. No way. Naupo opting to reverse dribble just for lols. That would have been a flex. He just like pulls up in reverse, flicks it top bins. It's actually a better move than you'd think. It's also an easier move than you'd think. Like, reverse dribbling is very hard, but flicking in reverse is not actually that difficult. Because it's the longer side of the car. Alright, now Push is stealing boosts and dribbling across the box. Remember when I said that Naupo's going to be in free play, somebody else is just going to be along for the ride?
لا ما اتمنى صراحه اتمنى تكون متقاربه ما بين الطرفين لكن اللي قاعد يبين روس في هذه او عفوا قاعد
يبين no. Yeah, this is Durali against Grama. Just time wasting in a 20-minute 1v1.
مثل هذه الهجمه استعجل فيها خلص الجهه المقابله ترجع مرتده لنوبو في
Oh, he bailed out of that. There was enough respect on Opposite in that clear that Naupo decided to bail on the double. Lean back reset. Oh! Read on the downward bounce. Look at the follow through on this flick. He just boosts backwards to read the downward bounce. That is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. I think Naupo's going to win this. He's probably the out-and-out favourite to win the Rally 1v1 as well. I don't know if I'm crazy for saying that, but I think he's probably the out-and-out favourite to win it. The only thing that could maybe switch that is that he has to, like many others, like we keep hearing, focus on threes. Naupo would have to focus on threes. Because he'd have a bunch of scrims at the event. If it's versus Diaz, Diaz would not have to play threes. He could just play 1v1 all week. Maybe that's going to give him an edge. Yeah, Diaz would be a good qualifier for NA for that reason. Wavy would be a good qualifier for NA. Evo. None of these guys would have to play 3v3. First Killer would. So that's maybe a reason you don't want First Killer to qualify. Still a pretty close game though. That boost is going to spawn plenty of time. I think Diaz can absolutely compete. Diaz is a great player. The difference between Diaz and Naupo is that Naupo is all about the brute force speed. He just battering rams his opponent's defense with mechanics and speed and recoveries. Diaz is more of a surgeon. He's more about the precision. And although they're both extremely mechanical, they execute it in different ways, which is cool to see.
وكان نوبو افضل بلا شك في هذه المرحله الان دقيقه و40 ثانيه كيك اوف
If it's Moxie, Naupo, and Leon, who do I have? Oh my days. That is a crazy thought. Imagine if it's Moxie, Naupo. Naupo's going to be the most hated person in the building. I mean, anyone against Moxie is going to be the most hated person in the building, but I'd feel so bad for whoever goes up against Moxie, first of all. Whenever you think about Diaz, Rawas, Naupo, First Killer, it doesn't matter. Whoever makes it to Leon against Moxie is going to get the most hate out of any Rocket League player in existence from the crowd. Com will not compare. Whoever else has asked for boos, it's not going to be close to what's going to happen to Moxie's opponent. In a building full of rabid French Rocket League fans. So, oh, nice play. Ops within one. So, it really comes down to who is going to deal with that better. Will Moxie, you know, be uplifted by the biased crowd, or will it be actually just more pressure on him because now there's the expectation of winning in front of his home fans? Would Moxie's opponent be bothered by all of the biased fans, or would they actually just be chilling because they know, okay, I'm the underdog, nobody wants me to win, I'm just like gonna go out there and enjoy myself? I don't know. It's good play, Naupo. Not giving many chances here. Do French fans love Moxie that much? Yeah. Moxie got over 30,000 viewers on his own personal stream when he won the online portion of RLCS once. It was one of the most watched matches of the season. I was actually, I'm a 1v1 fan, of course, first and foremost, but I was really happy to see the viewership numbers that 1v1 was able to get in Birmingham. compared to 3s, because there was a lot of chat around about, oh, 1v1 will be boring on LAN, or 1v1 won't work on LAN, etc. Like 1v1's good on LAN, but LAN is going to be dead. Nobody wants to watch this. Like a lot of people are hating on it. So to see the viewership numbers go up in the Rocket League channel, the Rocket League section, and just, you know, all of the view parties, etc. When Moxie versus Yan came on, the viewership peaked for the day. And then it actually went down after that. I think we had Vitality NRG or something. No, it wasn't Vitality NRG. Was it Vitality Ultimates? Who was it that played Upper Bracket Birmingham after?
Sometimes you just have to settle for at least
I don't recall. I just remember it was some like crazy match and the viewership went down. So the 1v1 is like the peak for the day in terms of viewers. Vitality Ultimates? Yeah, so Moxie Yan got more viewers than Vitality Ultimates. And got more views than K-Corp NRG. That's crazy. So 1v1 is obviously really popular.
This is one. This is one.
I don't know if like the Rocket League section got more views during, because KCNRG obviously would have had Kamato, would have had Kamato streaming. But on the Rocket League channel, the views peaked that day with the 1v1, which is awesome.
Scribbles with 0, gonna control that ball out to the side. I'm switching Povs. Scribbles.
How do I explain that? 1v1 is just like an interesting concept. Nice play by Scribbles.
I'm gonna try switching Povs for the next game. Or sorry, for like the rest
Profited
of
from being the first ones match ever, maybe, but I think
I know
1v1 is just an interesting prospect. You're finding out who the better player is. It's just you know,
over Chronic's car, but gets a piece of it.
Just a no nonsense.
Scribbles early shot.
Game mode. No copium game mode. Let's see who's better. That's, you know, it's like
Chronic can rush this. Good pre-flip from Chronic, and that's an open net.
It's also just got a huge fan base on YouTube. Like 1v1 views on YouTube have always been really, really high for Rocket League. So YouTube is a bigger platform than Twitch. People forget that sometimes, and they forget that although 1v1 doesn't have as many views on Twitch, it's got a history on YouTube of getting way more views. Oh, Scribbles tried to demo him in the back wall. He still has so much boost here. The boost is spawning for Chronic, but not in time. Scribbles going to be able to steal it away if he wants it. There he goes. Good challenge, Chronic. Got to look out for the demo, though. Here he comes. He's looking for him. Chronic sees it. Good dodge by Chronic. Really well played. Big time challenge. First killer. Handling Cosmic pretty easy. Cosmic hasn't been able to hit his form in this tournament, the form that we expected from him, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, he seems to be struggling. Now pulls up 1-0. In game 3, he's just absolutely cruising. Oh, he's up 1. Actually, it's 1-1. Is the YouTube chat off? I just prefer to have everybody, if you want to chat, come to Twitch and let's all chat in one place, you know? I think Twitch has a better chat function than YouTube. YouTube's better for other things, but Twitch chat functionality is better. So I think if anybody wants to join the conversation, join the chat, come to the Twitch chat. But all of you guys, I know most of YouTube stream viewers just want to lurk and chill, watch the stream, maybe read the chat on screen. I just prefer to have it all in one place. 1v1 best of 7 against Borings. There's no team play. With replays takes forever. Shouldn't be on mainstream MO. Yeah, you're allowed to have that opinion, but I hugely disagree. I think that a lot of viewers don't understand what's happening yet, and they maybe will in the future. But one of the things that a lot of, I guess, production teams, casters, broadcasts have to do better is skip irrelevant replays and better explain what's going on in things like kickoffs, because a lot of viewers don't actually understand kickoffs to a high enough level to appreciate what's happening. They just see a kickoff goal and they go, which is fine. A lot of pros, a lot of very good players, a lot of very smart players in Rocket League history also don't understand kickoffs because they haven't ever stopped to think about it. But if you understand even a little bit, then you'll have a much better appreciation of it. It's a good save by Napa there. And yeah, I've been fighting this battle for years. It took years for me to convince pro RLCS 3's teams to try something different. Took absolute years. Years of watching teams copy-paste the same vanilla kickoff in 3v3 to no success, before finally last season we saw a breakthrough with mind games, demos, adaptations and strategy beyond like who goes. And now, I mean, what would you guys, one in chat if you think that 3v3 kickoffs are more interesting now than they used to be? Because now there are strats, now there are fakes, there's bumps, there's double kickoffs, there's all these different things. It's actually really interesting now compared to before, where all the teams are just going for the same strat every time. And 1v1 is a much more developed kickoff meta than 3v3. Much more developed, because it's had you know, what kickoffs be a larger part of the result for a long time. Yeah, AF kickoff, of course. But the main thing you need to watch out for with 1v1 kickoffs is something that a lot of people will not notice, is which side of the ball is the player approaching from and which direction are they flipping into the ball from. So the two main ones you need to look out for are goal side or outside. You'll hear me talk about this when I cast. You'll hear some other casters talk about this as well. A goal side approach means you're between the ball and your goal. An outside approach, or a side-on approach it could also be called, is where you're more between the sidewall and the ball when you approach the ball. You're coming in more diagonally. And that's one of the two main things that players will adjust on their approach, or adjust with their kickoff strategies, is their approach angle. So you need to pay attention to approach angle and flip direction. Those two things combine to create an impact point on the ball that dictates who wins the kickoff the majority of the time. Then of course you have things like fakes, delays, you have kickoffs where players just leave the ball entirely in half flip, just give it to the opponent. There are other strategies as well, but the two main things in standard kickoffs are the approach angle and the flip direction. So if you start paying attention to those things in your own games, you will actually understand more why you're losing certain kickoffs, why you're winning other kickoffs, and you'll have a better appreciation of strategy. Yeah, wave dash recovery kickoff's obviously a big one as well. Even that has approach angle and jump direction, I guess. It's not a flip direction, but a jump direction. Wow. Ops has also just decided to let the clock roll down, because now he's just playing possession. This is a flex, by the way. This is not easy to do. If you think this is easy to do, go try it in a 1v1 in your own ranked games. Try and dribble the ball around a defense and not concede. Actually very hard. So yeah, Naupos is flexing right now. It's ridiculous.
Good shot from
back corner Barry in RLCS.
50 on the kickoff. Ball popping up high. Chronic with full boost. Scribbles.
Yeah, drive kickoffs are pretty viable in 1v1 as well, where you lose the kickoff so hard that you win it.
Throwing it into his own corner. Scribbles going off the wall there. Chronic early beat. And that's going to be... How many goals is that on?
I think one of the greatest sins you can commit as a commentator in 1v1 is calling a kickoff boring. Because that just reveals that you weren't paying attention. If you're calling a kickoff goal boring. That's just admitting to the class that you weren't listening. That you weren't watching. Which I sometimes admit. I'll say I didn't actually look at what happened in the previous kickoff, so I can't tell you what happened there. Man, Chronic is cooking him right here. This is going to be a 3-1.
I'm watching that. Oh, do I watch it? No, I'm sorry. That was for Scribbles. I am Chronic's watch partier, though, so I'm
no, you should have watched it. Scribbles. Yeah, you have every right to watch it. You're Chronic's watch partier.
Nice kickoff for Chronic. What a save, though. Good recovery from Scribbles.
Yeah, a lot of view party people also don't really understand kickoffs to a high enough level to tell the viewers what's going on, or a lot of I mean, you guys probably know this already, but a lot of pro players, like especially guys who are not 1v1 background, or at least recent 1v1 players, don't really know much about modern day 1v1 kickoff strategy. and they don't know what they're talking about. Like, I'll tune into some like very high level players, like really good players who are miles better Rocket League than me, and then I hear them talking about a kickoff, and I'm like, what is this guy waffling about? Like, they genuinely don't have a clue. And they just tell their viewers like, wow, that's lucky. I'm like, what? Man, they really just don't know. But you can't know if you don't pay attention. Most people genuinely just don't pay attention.
I don't know. Scribbles with 0. Chronic gonna take this one across. All he has to do is buy some time here. That's probably gonna be the end of the game.
Same thing with thinking. Like a lot of like very good pros, a lot of very good players in Rocket League. A lot of very highly skilled players think that air dribble bumps are undefendable because they personally struggle against them. But if you've watched the very best 1v1 players in the world play, you know that air dribble bumps are not OP. They're just another good way to, you know, adapt. It's a good thing to have in your back pocket, but they're not OP. They're no more overpowered than flip resets are.
Yeah, those are some really tough matchups.
Yeah, some people think it's like the hardest shot to defend because they go into a ranked game and they just suck at defending them. So they think it's OP. They're like projecting their own failures onto what they're watching on their screen. But yeah, air dribble bumps are important, and they're very hard to stop. But if you've seen Rawas play, you know that they're not impossible.
Go Spikeboard, please follow. Nice. Cosmic forcing a shot. You look like Lacey? No, I don't.
Varskiller looking to sweep Cosmic. Cosmic's not been in form, not been in his best form for this tournament. He also ran into a pretty tough bracket here. Wavy and Varskiller both could be top 4 players in this event, and Cosmic's had to play both of them for top 8. And Cosmic could have maybe made it through the other group, but this is looking pretty tough for him.
Chat, whose stream could gift more subs? Caps or mine? Let's try to beat that, chat. Try to beat that.
It's a nice fake by Varskiller. Cosmic actually stops it. Air dribble bumps can be unsavable. Any shot can be unsavable, bro. Like, acting like air dribble bumps are the only shot when executed perfectly that will be unsavable is ridiculous. Ceiling shots can be unsavable. Flip resets can be unsavable. Hook shots can be unsavable. You know, anything can be unsavable. Oh yeah, Ray Wolf as well. Like, literally any shot executed well enough can be unsavable because offense beats defense in Rocket League. It's just the better side of the ball to be on. Unless you're a WAS, maybe, but
SSA Saver getting swept out is sad.
The difference is that people and players, Rocket League viewers, they don't mind getting reset on as much because they think that it's, you know,
on that note,
clean or... Okay, Varskiller wins. Varskiller's advanced to the top 8. But yeah, I mean, bumps and demos are not appreciated enough in general, so flip reset gets a lot of love, whereas... Oh, careful. Air dribble bumps won. Yeah, players in Rocket League are just a bit fragile. They get bumped and they're like, oh, I'm getting bullied. Boo, all you do is bump a demo. It's like, bro, just dodge the demo. It's not that hard. Just jump, bro. Rocket League players in ranked are just the... They gotta be the most easily tiltable players in video games. Actually, maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too much. But I mean, they do get tilted really easily, though. It's insane. Like, sometimes I'll just be playing ranked, just playing you know, playing a little bit of twos. And you know, a kickoff will happen. I cheat up and I'm like, okay, that's a free demo. And then maybe a little bit later, same player that I demoed after a kickoff because he was just sitting still, easy target, will flip in a dumb position. I'm like, okay, this guy flipped. I'm just gonna demo him and he lands. Demo him again. What's he doing? And then you demo them a second time and they just start spamming quick chat and complaining in the text chat like, oh, all you do is bump and demo. Why only bump? And I'm like, this guy's really out here driving around like a moron, like the easiest bump target I've ever seen, crying when he gets bumped. Wow, that sounded like a tongue twister what the caster just said. Yeah, no skill only bump is the classic, isn't it? As somebody just drives around like the easiest target of all time. Oh yeah, like when you just dust somebody to the ball because they're slow and they call you a ball chaser. It's the same thing. The Rocket League players just get tilted when they suck, essentially. Like Rocket League players, they just suck at doing something, and they, instead of trying to fix their own mistakes, they just blame the mechanic. I do bump a lot of players. Oh! Fake from Nopo in 1v1. I do bump and demo a lot when people complain about it. I will up the ante in that regard. He said mara wara mara wara mara wara mara wara. Time and time again. Is that what that means? It sounds really cool actually. I like that. Is that a tongue twister in Arabic? Yeah, one in chat if you also increase your bump and demo attempts when somebody on the opposing team complains about them in ranked. It's just the most satisfying thing you can have in the game. Oh, nice shot by Naupo. Like, I think that could be the most fun you have playing Rocket League, is when the opponent in the first like 30 seconds of the game or first 20 seconds of the game complains about bumps because you've demoed them twice, and you're just like, oh my goodness, we have another 4 minutes and 40 seconds with this guy, with this fragile opponent. You just cannot wait to bump and demo them for the rest of the game. Because usually if you demo somebody twice in the first 20 seconds, they're probably just really slow. Like, they're most likely just a slow player. So not only are you excited because they've got a weak mentality, but you're excited because you know they're going to be an easy target. You know that this is just going to be so easy to get an exterminator. Yeah, it's going to be a sweep unless Ops can pull out a miracle here. Let's see what he can do. Now Push shadowing with the defense. Oh, hold on. Oh, he didn't hit the ball. La 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 means no, 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 no. Good fake by Ops. I think Naupo must have thought that that was game over when the ball touched the ground. He just let it bounce and it goes back into the air. Why do they call him Nobo? Because there's no P in Arabic. The P letter and the sound don't exist. So they say B because it's the closest thing. Super open, and Naupo sweeps it. Ops put up a good fight. He's not eliminated from the tournament, but he is going to be in the lower bracket. I'll refresh it right now. We can take a look at where he is. He's going to be down here against Nash, his former teammate. Winner of that plays Ruas, but yeah, Naupo and Ruas are just steamrolling everybody. The two top players in the tournament. Absolute favourites to make the grand final. And yeah, Naupo hasn't lost a game. He is sweeping absolutely everybody. He 9-0'd Swiss. He 6-0'd groups. I know he's 4-0'd the upper bracket quarters. This guy's he's on a mission. Let's see NA. AJ makes it. Chronic and First Killer both make it. So it looks like, yeah, the 4 expected players make it out of this group. Group of death, though, for sure. Scribbles, Cosmic Rattles, Mist not making it. Like, these guys are all really solid players. Wiz against Reveal. Reveal. I don't think I predicted him to make it out of this group. I think I predicted Talk. Because Talk actually beat Chronic and Swiss, so I gave him the heads up, and I was like, alright, I guess he's going to win this, I guess not. Diaz Wavy tomorrow. Evo Zapatos. First Killer AJ, and Chronic versus Reveal or Wiz. Those are some good matches. Let's see, where's Reveal? Here he is. Last match of the day. Yeah, Beast Mode could have definitely made top 8. I think he forgot to sign up. Daniel would have been a grand final contender, of course. Yeah, First Killer AJ, what year is this? That's awesome. I think First Killer's probably going to win, though. Yeah, it's his last match of the day. I'm going to be on the main channel tomorrow. Oh! Good flick attempt by Wiz. So yeah, Rocket League channel's live tomorrow with the North America top 8. We're also going to be casting the MENA Grand Final on the main Rocket League channel tomorrow. I'll be there. so be sure to tune in. Hope you guys have enjoyed the watch party, though. It's been good fun checking out MENA and NA. Nice overlap here. I like how they're both on at the same time. And congrats to all of the MENA top 6. Congrats to the 7 who made NA top 8 already, and this one as well. Be a pretty cool one. I'd be happy to see either of these players in top 8, to be honest. I would expect Wiz to win this because he's got the 1v1 pedigree, but Reveal's playing some great Rocket League. This is Reveal versus Wiz here. We're on Reveal POV, but he's got a spectator, I think. Or no, he's just playing. It's just himself streaming. What Ashley with 1R. I don't know if he still plays Rocket League. Yeah, he's insane. What a talent. Yeah, guys, as we finish up a stream today, again, reminder to check and see if your Prime sub is available. We always do appreciate the Primes, and if not me, then somebody will. You got to drop that, keep it on cooldown. We did a Chalkcast last night. If you missed it, that's up on the Chalked YouTube channel. It's also probably on Spotify later on as well if you want to give it a listen. Myself, Garrett G, and CJ mostly talking about the end of regionals and a little bit of chat about Worlds, Last Chance Quals, 1v1. We're gonna review the 1v1 content more next week as well. Thinking about making Chalkcast Thursday nights a regular thing now that we're into the between events portion of the season. Maybe yeah, Chalkcast did happen. We also did do our Shui tier list for the Chalkcast Patreon. So if you want more Shui content, then be sure to check out the Chalkcast Patreon, !Chalked YouTube description for all of that. Shui tier list. We were very, I think very, very balanced in there, very fair. And it was really funny looking back on that stream once again. The content that's come out of that is just absurd. A few people have been asking when is the Chicago interview coming out on the Next Rank YouTube channel. That'll probably be Monday, I'm guessing. It turned out to be a really long video, so it's being edited. It's like 2 hours conversation. Myself and Jack interviewing Chicago about his career, asking him about how he got so good and stayed so good and what he was able to pass on to the next gen in NA that he's played with in recent seasons. Super interesting conversation. I'd recommend you guys check that out when it drops on Monday. That'll be Next Rank YouTube channel. Also use Next Rank code Chicago if you are considering buying the course for a wee discount, and also to support Chicago himself. Again, link in description. Or !TNR. What's the series score here? Reveal 2-1, right? Yeah, Reveal is up 2-1. Time is 20 past 8. If Reveal wins this, I could watch this game, then I have to go because I'm actually late for dinner. So I'll have to go at the end of this game. Maybe Reveal qualifies here. If not, then I'll just raid him. I might just raid him either way. Yeah, tell you what, guys. It looks like we're going to game 5, so I'm just going to raid Reveal. He might just forfeit here. We'll see. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'll be on the main channel tomorrow. I'm just going to run some ads and raid Reveal. I'll see you guys in the main channel tomorrow for top 8 NA. Well, it'll be top 2. The grand final for MENA as well. Yeah, this is on twitch.tv/Reveal RLL if you want to catch it. I'm going to throw a raid over to him, and you guys on YouTube head to Twitch if you want to continue watching the game 5 to see who gets top 8 in NA. I'm late for dinner. I gotta go. But thank you all for watching, and stick around for the raid that I'll send out in a few minutes. See you guys tomorrow.